during these games. We got to go for it. We're not, listen, nobody no one even knew what Central Arkansas was. And so we got to go for it. And we got Batman and we got Robin. And if Javion has another good game, I'll call him Aquaman or something. But we got superheroes out there that, you know, they just to be honest, they love competing. So like they just want to compete. Like competing is fun. Going for it is fun. Uh, Not going for it on your heels is not a lot of fun. Wishing and hoping. So we're going to go for it. We feel good about going for it, and we'll be aggressive defensively. Um, you know, they really don't have a point guard, but they do have size and they got skill, and they hurt us. We tried to press them at home and they hurt us one time. I didn't feel real comfortable with it, but they scored 8 points in the first 12 minutes of the game. And I'm bragging to Max last night about 12:30. I was like, hey man, you know, they scored 8 points in the first 12 minutes of the game. And as only Max can do, Dad, why don't you think about doing that in the last 12 minutes of the game? And he's right. We gave up 24 points in the first half against them, and we gave up 55 points in the second half. They're explosive offensively, but it's really hard to be explosive offensively when you're playing for what we're playing for today.
Yeah. I don't know how much Cam's got in the tank, but it seems like he's always got an extra gear that most people don't have. We've kind of dubbed him the King of Queens. He's had 3 30 pieces on him over his career. What is it about what they do defensively that he's had success against?
Well, they just play man. They play man, and they don't do a lot of helping. Um, it's not like they got a guy who can block a shot, but they don't have elite shot blockers. They do have good size, but Cam, like the only thing that really bothers Cam in there is really good size. You know, like a Malone saying straight up last night, they don't have unbelievable size. They got good like size across the board. But Cam is tricky in there, and when you can score the ball inside and you can do some neat things, you can, you know, you take away Cam's three and he's going to score it inside. You take away inside, Cam's going to take you out on the floor. They do a lot of switching, which is hard to play against in Princeton stuff. But once they do a lot of switching, that means they're 5-mans on our 2-man. And now he's got to learn, he's got to guard a cut. He's got to guard a knife. He's got to guard a Harry. He's got to guard all these things that are offense that are really hard to guard. So we just got to hit singles. We can't try to be home run hitters today. We got to hit singles. We got to make easy plays. But we're going to score the ball. We scored 100 points on them there. We scored 84 points on them at home and made 5 threes. We got to guard them.
Yeah.
We got to guard them, and they got to help us. Here's the thing. It's not like football when you run the wishbone. It's like those defenders get tired, all right, and then they got to play offense. No, they go sit down over and drink water. These dudes going to have to guard us, and they have to guard us, and they got to guard a hard cut. They got to guard all this mess. They got to guard us, and then they got to go down there, and then they got to make a three. And it's our 3rd game in 3 days. So we got to wear them out guarding us so they won't be able to. I was like, Max, you got to help us, buddy. All right, run your daggum offense, and let's get it with great pace so they can't shoot the ball as well. And so it all goes hand in hand. 3rd day, 3rd game in a row, lot on the line. Normally that ball just doesn't flow in, and we don't need it to today.
Yeah.
I'm talking about for Queens.
Yeah,
we need the ball to flow in for us.
Yeah, we'd like that.
Or you could shoot it like Sofield when he was at West Florida, being a bad shooter.
Okay. You talked about Batman and Robin, but the whole League of Justice showed up yesterday, and it was so fun watching Cole, Javion, and Harry hit clutch shots for you when you needed it. I mean, again, that's kind of been the story. Your depth is what you've leaned on, and those guys are a big part of that.
Well, when you got remind yourself, like Javion, like Harry has played in 8 different countries and in bigger venues than this one. All right. Javion's won 2 state championships. All right. Cole took a bunch of guys that look like me and you to a state championship game in the state of Tennessee. They're all winners. That's what we try to recruit. You recruit winners and they end up winning. And so, they're used to being in this moment and they want to be in this moment. And so we got a bunch of dudes. No, I didn't. This is not being sacrilegious at all. But I said, Mal, I didn't know you were Seventh Day Adventist. He was like, what are you talking about? I was like, you don't play on Saturdays. And I was like, you didn't play yesterday, right? Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's get after it today. So one of those guys, Mal's gonna play. Our team's loose. Luke's gonna be Luke. Truman's gonna be Truman. We're gonna have a great day. We're gonna celebrate Central Arkansas and what we've done. And let's just see, like I said, if we just got to get stops and got to get boards. Let the offense take care of itself. Defense wins championships. Rebounding wins championships. We're ready for this moment. We have been doing 3-on-3, jump the ball, 2-on-2 weak side box outs since August. And so when this time comes, you go down to your level of preparation, and we are very prepared for this moment. Good luck. Thank you very much.
All right, it is just about that time. We're going to get our national anthem, and then we're going to get our starting lineups. We are going to take our final break. First, though, before we do, stations, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Bear Basketball.
KCON, Bologna, Conway, Little Rock. Broadcasting from a dumpy shack near the Toadsuck Ferry Lock and Dam on the Arkansas River. This is 92.7 Jack FM.
All right, we're back after this with the starting lineups on the UCA Radio Network.
The funny thing about toys, they get bigger as you grow up. But the John Deere 3025D and loader, this isn't a toy. With 25 horsepower, it's a dirt-moving, brush-clearing, food-plotting machine. Built to shape land, not sit pretty. The John Deere 3025D, now $278 a month with 0% for 84 months. And it's definitely not a toy. Financing available through October 31st, 2025 or while supplies last. See Greenway for details.
When you bank at First Security, you're choosing better for yourself and fellow Arkansans. Better service from friendly professionals who really invest in your goals. Better solutions with convenient tools and smart resources. And better support for the things that matter to you, as well as the communities that matter to us all. Because finding your better at First Security makes Arkansas better too. First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Conway Copies is proud to be the official printer of UCA Athletics. Serving Central Arkansas for over 24 years, Conway Copies proudly offers the latest technology for all your printing needs. Digital copies, banners, signs, etc. Conway Copies does it all. Contact Conway Copies today to learn more and let Conway Copies help you with your next project. Call 501-328-9797 or email Conway Copies at orders@conwaycopies.com.
Need a power boost after a serious workout? Stick with the original recovery drink. Highland Dairy's chocolate milk contains 13 essential nutrients, including protein and electrolytes, helping you build muscle and hydrate better than water. Our Chocolicious milk is perfect for building healthy bones in little ones and maintaining bone health in adults. It's chocolate milk with no artificial growth hormones, and it's locally made, so you know you're getting the best for your body. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
92.7 Jack FM.
All right, we're back here at VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Justin Acree, Steve Owens, excited to be with you on this Championship Sunday. The Bears have earned their trip to this final game of the ASUN tournament for the first time ever. They will appear in a Division I conference championship. Starting lineups about to be introduced, and they're showing their hype video here on the big screen in the arena. Got a couple of former Bears in attendance. Steve-O, good to see B-Van, Brandon Vanover, and you already heard about Daniel Sofield. He was sitting there hanging out with us. He didn't play for Coach, but he was recruited by Coach, tried to get him to go to Huntsville with him, and that didn't work out. They played against each other, though. They faced each other, and then obviously there's great familiarity there, but Daniel drove over from his home in Tampa, from Pensacola. He's got about a 5-hour drive over here to Jacksonville, so good to have those guys in attendance and a whole lot of fans down there, maybe about 60 or 70 at least. I don't know. That's not too bad of a turnout. Looks like Queen's got a pretty good turnout as well. So anyway, going to be a good environment here today. Again, this arena, we've talked about it all week. I mean, it's obviously a venue that is far, far more than this tournament really needs, but it is a nice setting, and they've done a good job of running this tournament. I will give them that. I didn't love the format. We talked about that. I'm going to keep rehashing things that I've already touchdown through the week. But the bottom line is the Bears have gotten here, and Queens has gotten here. They played the same number of games. Queens was the 3 seed. The Bears, of course, were the number 1 seed. And Coach mentioned this is a good shooting team. Not quite to Bellarmine's level, but 48% from the floor, 36% from 3. They're very talented. Grant Leonard's in his 4th year, 72 and 62. They won 20 games last year. They won 20 games this year. They had the preseason player of the year in Chris Ashby, and you know what he's become, Steve-O, is an also-ran. Very, very good player, and he can go off at any time. He had an 11 3-point game one game this year. Yeah, made 11 threes in one game, but he is really like their 3rd or 4th best player as far as you look at the total roster. So they've kind of recruited over him. They've got 6 guys who average double figures, including 1 bench player. That's the freshman Jordan Watford, who's actually led them in scoring with 21 points in yesterday's victory over Austin Peay. So the starting lineup for the 3 seed, Nasir Mann, who I thought played fantastic yesterday, had 18 in the victory, 6'5", 13.4 points a game, 5.7 rebounds a game. He's the leader for Queens in both, but when I go through these scoring numbers, you're going to see there are a lot of guys on this team that contribute in a big way. 11.4 points a game for Vontae Parker, who's a pretty versatile big man. 6'9", 218, not the thickest guy in the world, but really effective. He leads them with 43 blocks. Wouldn't call him a traditional rim protector, but he's certainly good at denying people around the rim. 4th in the ASUN in that category. He also leads them with 63 offensive rebounds, and he was 3rd team all ASUN. So he's another double-digit scorer at 11.4, just over 5 rebounds a game for him. I mentioned Ashby. He's a 36% shooter from the floor and from 3. He makes 3 threes a game, which is among the league's best. 11 points a game for him. Carson Schwieger, 10.2 points a game. He's shooting 42% from 3. He's their best 3-point shooter. He's 2nd in the ASUN in 3-point percentage, and he averages over 3 rebounds a game. And then Yoav Berman, he is a Tel Aviv, Israel native, 6'6", 214, and he might be their most versatile player. He's very talented at both ends, really smart player, 2nd team all ASUN, 12.6 points a game, 3.8 rebounds a game. And he is one of their best free throw shooters as well at right around 80%. But they've got a number of guys who can really knock it down at the free throw line, including Ashby, who's over 80% on the season. So that's the 5 for the Royals. For the Bears, usual 5, including the man we call the King of Queens. 3 30-point-plus performances against this bunch. Cam Hunter, 4th in the ASUN in scoring, 20.2 points a game. And Cam's 20.2 is 9th best all-time at Central Arkansas. He needs 35 points, as we mentioned earlier, to get to 700. He's only 17 away from the 2nd-best single season at Central Arkansas, behind Clifton and the incomparable Jordan Howard, who scored nearly 900 in a single season. Bears all-time leader, career and single season. Cam 9th in the NCAA this year, Steve-O, too. Not too shabby at 20.2 a game, and he's shooting 50%. His 3-point shooting has gotten better and better as the years worn on. And, of course, he opened the scoring yesterday with a 3-pointer as well. He is making 35% of his long-range shots. Javion Guy King led the Bears in rebounding the last, averaged 7 in the tournament, 9 points a game. He averages 4 rebounds for the year. He's a 35% three-point shooter and is shooting 44% from the floor. Ty Robinson, 5.5 rebounds a game, almost 2 steals a game, which is 2nd best in the ASUN, and he's averaging over 14 a game. Coach calls him Robin, and I think you made a great point. He should be Batman. Ty should be, or Javion should be Robin, and Cam Hunter's on another world, so maybe we call him Superman or the Incredible Hulk you mentioned, Steve-O. Malchiah Marable, 24 blocks, leads the Bears. Got one yesterday, just about 4 points, 4 boards, and you heard Coach jokingly mention he needs a little more out of Mal. And again, in a day like this where he's the biggest, thickest, strongest guy out there, he needs to have an impact both defensively and on the offensive end of the floor. Let's hope that that will be the case. And then Luke Moore, he hasn't been bad at all, but certainly has not had his best games since arriving here in Jacksonville. Did have 7 assists 2 games ago in the win over Bellarmine, but yesterday pretty ineffective, averaging about 10 points a game. He's got 115 assists on the season, which paces the Bears, and he is averaging 3.5 of those dimes per game. So the Bears on the season shooting 46% to 48% from Queens, 35% to 36%, and from the free throw line, that's from the three-point line. From the free throw line, 71% for the Bears and 74% for the Royals. Now, the biggest thing is defense. This team gives up 83 points a game. They are more than happy to try to outscore you. The Bears only allow 74 per game. And again, You can get hung up in the fact that they didn't shoot it great yesterday, but to hold Florida Gulf Coast to 63 points, admittedly they shot it awful from three, it's still impressive. And you got to give a lot of credit to the Bears for their defensive effort yesterday.
Going back to last week at home on Senior Day, going back to what Coach Shulman said in his pregame interview about the way the Bears have been playing defense lately, it's no secret that, this winning streak they had, other than the one fall at Florida Gulf Coast, started with the defense in it as well. The type of defense we play carries over a tournament. And you saw that the first two games, the Bears have handled their business on the defensive end, which allows them, even if they're not hitting all their shots, to get open looks and a knockdown and keep teams from scoring. Queens likes to get up and down the floor, but also they're not the best defensive team. The Bears have had some success against them in spurts, as you mentioned, like last week at home on Senior Day, holding them with that many points early on in the game. That's all the Bears need, a couple stops like that, sequences like that, get a few points and get the lead. The Bears are more than happy to be able to bleed out the clock and kind of, take a knee, so to speak, but, slow things down. Very comfortable in this offense doing that. We saw it again yesterday and even the night before. Get the lead, wear on them, hold them down, and then win the game and advance. And that's what all you got to do here, as you mentioned, 1 point better.
One of my favorite stats of the year, Steve-O, UCA survived 17 made threes on 38 attempts from Queens in a victory in Charlotte this year. So that was the 100-90 game. Lower scoring affair in Conway, 84-79. We're about to jump center here. It's going to be Parker and Marable, and per usual, Mal wins the opening tip. He's done it almost every game this year, even against some of the big boys in Power 4 basketball. So the Bears go left to right in their home whites again. Great to see them again in the home whites, meaning they're the higher seed. Purple numerals and Bears across the chest. Queens in the all blues with white numerals and Queens across the chest. Three-pointer for Javion Guy King opens the scoring in this ASUN championship game. And good to see him getting going early as the Bears run a high screen around the three-point line, and he drills the jump shot. So the Bears now will attack in man-to-man defensively. Berman nearly fell down, gets it off to Schwieger, back to Berman. Straight away, Marable defending him. Over to Ashby on the right wing. Back to Berman, drives in the paint, hangs in the air. Kick out to Ashby, back to the post. Double team on Parker, dribbles out of it, and there's a shot clock violation. It was nearly a turnover, nearly a jump ball. Javion Guy King had his hands on that for quite a while. The official did not call a jump, but it works out great because the Bears end up on the opening possession for Queens, forcing a shot clock violation. So what a start. Marable again at the three-point line with Parker defending him. Hand off to Robinson. He'll try a three. That is good. A perfect start for the Bears. 2 possessions, 2 made threes, and a shot clock violation on the defensive end. Nasir man guarded by Luke Moore, and he nearly turned him over, picked his pocket, but he was able to regather. Berman out on the tournament logo. Has it poked away into the backcourt by Ty Robinson. So the Bears defense doing some work here early on, really making Queens uncomfortable. Parker inside, blew the layup. Good defense by Mao without fouling. Rebound by Javion Guy King. Parker runs in over behind him, nearly ran over Javion and drew a foul, but got out of the way just in time. Cam Hunter will pass it off and cut through. Guy King gets a high screen. Now over to Mao. Left wing Robinson. Inside to Mao. He's got position. Had it knocked away, and that'll be a foul, I believe, on Ashby. So, Steve-O, you could not ask for a better championship game start than what we've seen here today.
We knew the boys were locked in, but they certainly looking on both ends. Great defensive possessions both in and great offense. Cam's barely even touched the ball. You got a 6-point lead. Draw a foul. Cam's hasn't really even tried yet.
And that's the thing I love about Cam Hunter. He does not care. He is very unselfish. There's a bad pass, and the Bears get a gift of a foul on a reach over by the Royals. And that's on Berman. That's a guy you'd love to get in foul trouble. He is a really steadying piece of their team, I think. And again, he's their, highest accolades guy when you look at the overall season. Cam Hunter going to throw it into the backcourt to Guy King. Second team All-A-Sun, and certainly deservedly so. Very, very good player. And Parker earning third team All-A-Sun, but the Bears getting the lion's share, of course, or the Bears' share of the awards here. As Marable drives inside, stops, goes up off the glass and good. Nearly walked with it. Schwieger providing a little bit of resistance, but Mal gathered, pinned the ball on his hip, went up and over, and it's 8-0. The Bears are blitzing the Royals right out of the gate.
I love Javion so far these first 2 minutes of the ball game, on both ends of the floor, the way he's played and come out so far.
Absolutely. Well, he's had a slow offensive start to the tournament. He is a guy that can explode. We saw him go for over 30 and he's found his offense as the season's worn on. Berman into the paint, pump fake, shot up, that's good. So Queens finally breaks through with 2 points. Not easy, though, for Berman. He had to really earn that one. And it's 8-2 Central Arkansas, nearly 3 minutes in. Pass to Marable, knocked away by Parker. Cam Hunter gathers it. Now Guy King to Robinson, gets it back. Javion straight away, three-pointer up. That one's short and cleared away by Nasir Mann. Mann's a McNeese State transfer, really good-looking athlete. And he was having a blast yesterday when he scored 18. He was up and down the floor and doing a lot of good things. Parker has it knocked away, gets it back. Good ball movement to Ashby in the corner in front of the Bear bench, and he drills it. So a 5-0 run for Queens after an 8-0 opening run for the Bears. And Ashby's a guy you do not want to leave wide open. He is a 36% shooter, but when he gets going, look out. There's another ball knocked away by Parker. Marable goes to the floor, and it's a turnover. So they are definitely overplaying on the pass to Marable on the entry in the high post. Ashby to the corner. Schwieger's wide open. Schwieger's got it. And just like that, 8-0 run. 8 one way, 8 the other way. And watch for the Bears to change defenses the next time down. When they give up 3 scores in a row, that's kind of their MO. Guy King with it to Marable on the high post. Backdoor cut. Mal doesn't pass it. Gives it outside to Luke Moore instead. Luke spinning to the edge of the lane. Now back out to the three-point line. Up top to Robinson. Ty will dribble. Now backdoor cut. Guy King catch and score. Beautiful two-man game over there with Ty Robinson and Guy King. And the Bears stop the Queens streak at 8. So it's 10-8 Central Arkansas in the ASUN championship game. Unprecedented performance by Central Arkansas basketball. And that's a silly foul by Ty Robinson, who too often gets himself in foul trouble. And that will be his first. He ended up with 4 yesterday and had to sit for a portion of the day because of it. And he does make some silly plays. He does get some tough whistles as well. He earned that one. Bears are going to sub in 3. We'll give you the details on that on the other side of the break. 15:43 to go. Bears lead by 2 on the UCA Radio Network.
At Moix RV, customer service isn't just a motto, it's a legacy. Since 1976, Moix RV has been dedicated to providing exceptional experiences, not just selling RVs. Moix RV hears you. Words are easy, actions speak louder. That's why Moix RV has invested millions in expanding service bays across Conway, Springdale, and Hot Springs. But service bays are just tools. It's the passionate team that truly makes the difference at Moix RV, your trusted partner on the open road. Visit Moix RV today in Conway, Springdale, or Hot Springs, and let Moix RV get you rolling.
At Papa John's, we start with better. No, seriously, every original crust pizza starts with our signature dough that's always fresh, never frozen, hand-tossed, and made with 6 simple ingredients. And now our dough can save you dough when you order from the Papa Pairings menu. Pair a medium one-topping pizza with 1 or more of your Papa Pairings favorites for just $6.99 each. How about that for better? Order now on the app, only at Papa John's.
92.7 Jack FM.
Here in this ASUN championship game here at VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena here in downtown Jacksonville, Florida. Bears lead 10-8. They scored the first 8 points. Queens answered with 8 of their own before the backdoor cut connection. Javion Guy King with the layup. And then the foul sent us to the media time. Bears 4 of 5 from the floor. Queens 3 of 4 from the floor. Both teams have made a pair of threes. Neither team's gone on the free throw line, and only 1 rebound off 2 missed shots so far in the ball game. Both teams have 1 rebound. The Bears come from Javion Guy King. So Javion already has 5 points, a rebound, and an assist. Malachi already has 2 assists. The Bears have assisted on all 4 makes. Ty Robinson has the other one. Bears lead 10-8. Got off to a great start on both ends of the floor. And Cam Hunter still hasn't even exerted himself. The rest of the group coming to the rescue and getting Bears off to a good start. And now you're going to see the Bears go to their bench. And we're going to see the depth play in. Queens had a late night. The Bears had an early night. Then you add in the spring forward. So we're going to see the Bears go to their bench early and often here tonight with a 10-8 lead. It's Queens basketball as we return to play.
Queens is still in their infancy in Division I, Steve-O. So they are looking for their first ever NCAA tournament bid in Division I as well. So both these teams in line to do something they've never done before. Ashby three-pointer is good. He's 2 for 2. And again, that's the last guy you want to let get hot. But something unprecedented will happen for an ASUN team today. It'll be a first appearance in the tournament for one of these two. So the Bears sub in Beecham, Byrne, McCormick, and Lee. Speaking of Byrne, there's a three-pointer straight away. He had a quiet start to the tournament. Good to see him get an open way. Cam Hunter, the lone starter to stay on the floor. Beecham's been really good. 2 tournament games so far. Parents made the trip over we mentioned earlier. Actually gave me a little lapel pin when they got here today. That's a kangaroo. So certainly first thing you think of when you think of Australia, first things I think of. There's a shot, offensive rebound by Parker, going back up with it after the miss. And with the Bears leading 13-11, we're going to get free throws for the first time today. 14:54 to play. Truman Byrne, a 30% three-point shooter. And good to see him get off to a good start. Tyler, you mentioned, has played quality minutes for the Bears. Just not really making a mistake. Getting some rebounds hasn't been a big piece of the offensive puzzle. Beecham, like we said, has been rock solid. He's their best shooter by percentage, 43% from 3. He's also 11 of 12, 92% at the free throw line. Cole McCormick was huge yesterday. He's been a big key since coming back from the foot injury. 13 points for him, and he had a back-breaking 3 yesterday, Steve-O, that I thought really changed the tone of the game. So Parker, who's a very good free throw shooter today, not on the season, makes both of his. He's only 61% for the year, and he ties it at a baker's dozen apiece. 14:54 to go here in Jacksonville in the first half of the ASUN championship game. Maben Jabriel, 6'9" Canadian, into the game for the first time. He is a long defender who is a pest for whoever's bringing the ball up the floor. And he and Beecham had their whistle or two when the game was played in Conway earlier this year. Hunter, crafty move. Went over the left shoulder lane, then back over the right shoulder, and Berman got lost in the wash. And a layup for Cam Hunter, his first shot and make of the game, 15-13. Also in the game now is Jordan Watford. Again, this is a 6'5" guard who plays very aggressive. He led them with 21 yesterday. He'll turn it over now, but he's also a very good assist man, and he can score it as we saw yesterday. So Bears definitely want to keep number 0 in their sights. Berman inside. There's Watford right out of the gate. Wide open, and not a good defensive possession there for the Bears as Watford gets an easy layup, Steve-O, and you don't want to do that. Let him get comfortable. 15 apiece. McCormick has it straight away. He'll drive down the right side of the lane. Also in the game now, Gus Larson. It's kind of an awkward 6'10" Connecticut native. Beecham to the free throw line. Behind the back will back it out. 12 on the shot clock. To the right wing, it's Lee. Drops it off to Byrne. Over to Beecham. Catch and shoot 3 for Harry. Airballed it. Cam Hunter tried to rebound it. Lost the handle. Watford ends up with it. And the Queens Royals will go the other way. Berman inside out. Left wing three-pointer for Jabriel's good. So Queens having a pretty good offensive day. Bears are having some defensive breakdowns. Marable about to reach. And Queens at 15-15. Some driving in against Anderson. Back to the basket. Now we'll dribble back out and give it up to Cam Hunter. 13 minutes play in the first half. McCormick, Byrne, back to McCormick. Jabriel off three-pointer wide open. Cole couldn't get that one to go. Never really got settled on that, didn't look like to me. Shot it beautifully yesterday, made 3 3-pointers.
When he had time to shoot, Jabril actually sagged off. I'm sure he was close to it, and that left him wide open. He just kind of rushed a little bit.
Berman, Ashby open for 3 again. That one's no good, thankfully. Ball tipped off the shoulder of Beecham. Byrne exit, and Beecham will now up the floor. Jabriel reached around behind, didn't get to him. Byrne will try another 3. Byrne will be short on that. Ball tipped around, and it's eventually tipped over to Gus Larson. Berman will bring it up the right sideline. He's facing off against Byrne. Larson cuts through. Jabriel at the left wing. Up to Watford straight away with Beecham defending. Inside to Larson. Layup is good. Haven't seen Larson do too many good things against the Bears this year, but that was a nice cut, catch, and finish. And hey, Jabriel is all over Beecham. They, like I said, when they were in Conway, they were connected at the hip as Beecham brought it up the floor. That time, Harry, no trouble getting it across the timeline. Guy King and Marable, among others, are at the scorer's table. Drive inside. Cam Hunter, sensing his team needs something, goes in, doesn't get it. Queens with a 5-point lead and the ball. Berman, outside of Jabriel, stolen away by Cam Hunter. And the defender, Berman, falls down. Cam Hunter, easy layup at the other end. He almost walked with it, Steve-O, I thought. No call, thankfully, and the Bears get a pick 6 as Berman falls to the court, and boy, do they need that. Yeah. 20-17. We're coming up on the next media timeout. Watford to the high post. Swing over to Berman. Out to Ashby. Go ahead.
Queens 7 of 10 from the floor. The problem is they're out rebounding the Bears 7-2.
A deep three from Ashby. That was 26 feet from the basket, and he dribbles it. He's got 3 threes already. Look out for Chris Ashby, 23-17. I mentioned this earlier, though. The Bears survived a 17 3-point make by Queens the first time they met this year. The Bears won the game 100-90. Byrne will try a three. He can't answer. Gets his own rebound. Drives in over to Hunter on the baseline. Cam looking for somewhere to go. He's going to go man-to-man against Berman. Leans in, spins, shoots it up. No good. Ball tipped out, and it's collected by Ashby. So good opportunity there for Cam Hunter. Just could not quite get it to go over Berman, who stands 6'6". Watford in the paint. Stops. Steps. That's a travel. No call. And there's a foul by Larson. Reached over the neck of Byrne, and they will call that. So that'll be a stoppage in play. I cannot believe they didn't call a travel on Watford. I don't know what they were looking at there. Bottom line is it's 23-17. Queens has roared back after being down 8-0 early. It will be Bear ball, though, with 10:21 left in the first half when we return here to Jacksonville on the UCA Radio Network.
What does better mean to you? Maybe it's better services, better support, better ways to build a life or buy a home or run a business. First Security is your partner for it all, with resources and solutions that make a difference for you and others. That's because First Security takes care of customers while building communities. Better for you, better for Arkansas, better for all. First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Nuke's Eatery is a proud sponsor of UCA men's and women's hoops. At Nuke's Eatery, they deliver extra in every bite. Stop by Nuke's Eatery in Conway for their new Pick Free option, where you can pick any 3 half menu items. And don't forget to sign up for Nuke's Rewards on their app to start earning. Nuke's Eatery, extra in every bite. Go Bears!
92.7 Jack FM.
Steve Owens with Justin Acree here. 10:21 left in the opening half. Bears got off to an 8-0 lead. Queens has responded with a 23-9 run, where the Royals have hit 8 of their 11 shots in the game so far, 5 of 7 from behind the arc. They have taken a 7-3 lead on the rebounding edge. In fact, they have played 8 players. 7 of the 8 have 1 rebound, as the Bears are managing 7 of 14, which normally wouldn't look too bad if the other team's not shooting 73%. The Bears 3 of 8 from behind the arc so far early in this one. Ashby's gotten off to 3 3-point makes, 9 points, a pair of assists as well with rebound. Meanwhile, Javion Guy King got off quickly, 5 points, an assist, rebound, 2 points and 2 assists from Mackay. You've got a Byrne 3-pointer mixed in with it, leading the team with 2 rebounds, a steal. Cam Hunter's got 4. He's got an assist and a steal as well. Ty Robinson hit that early 3. He's got an assist for Central Arkansas. But they have been dominated on the glass. In the paint, they do lead the Royals 8-6. Second chance points, though. It's got the only 2 second chance points on the 1 lone offensive rebound.
We still have a half of the first half left. The Bears are down by 6, 23-17. They have the ball. Went back and looked at it. Bears were down 5 at Queens in the game. They won by 10, 100-90. And the Bears did lead by 7 at Conway. 3-pointer from Ty Robinson will help. That was a deep one. Maybe not quite as deep as Ashby's 3 moments ago, but good to see Ty Robinson get going. It cuts the lead in half to 23-20. So again, I think as the Bears get teams into the deeper water with their depth, that's when things start to really pay off. Queens does play some guys some heavy minutes, but they've already had a number of guys come in off the bench. Schwieger for 3. That is no good. Ball rebounded by Mann, though. Beat Robinson to the rebound there. Now Jabril in the corner. That's no good. And a rebound by Robinson in traffic. Luke Moore, Guy King, Marable, and Beecham. Cam Hunter getting a breather here. Ty Robinson, a block by Watford. Driving on the left wing, and Watford hit him, and Ty went down. That'll be the 4th team foul on Queens. Bears only committed 2 so far in what has been a pretty cleanly played game, Steve-O. 9:22 left.
I've had no issue with how the game's been called or allowed to be played so far.
I did notice today, and again, there's a lot on the line. There's a lot of eyeballs on this game. It's a nationally televised game on ESPN2. Grant Leonard usually wears a weird shirt or sweater, kind of buttoned it up today. Went with a dress shirt, sport coat. So a little different look for him. Guy King in the lane, goes up, no good. Saves it in, out to Luke Moore. He'll try a three-pointer. That is off. Jabril with the rebound. So the Bears got a couple of cracks at it, and good defense by Queens, which is certainly not their forte. Nasir Man up Watford straight away. Beecham defending. Now Marable switches onto him, and there's a reach in by Mao, and they will tag him with a foul. That is the third team foul. And for Marable, it's his first. So one on Robinson and McCormick as well. It was 8-0 Bears. Then it was 8-8. Bears took a 10-8 lead, and now it's 23-20 Queens. Royals have it and the ball. Queens out of Charlotte, North Carolina. They will not be part of the UAC, so the Bears will not play them any longer. Mann's three-pointer is short. Battle for the rebound, and Robinson lays out, slides across the ground, trying to save that one in. So 20 on the shot clock, and with 8:36 to go. Ty Robinson may be Batman's Robin, but he looked like Superman that time, flying across the ground.
We got to finish that thought on playing Queens again. We actually might have to play Queens again. It just won't be a conference game. With the scheduling alliance with the ASUN and UAC. So it's not out of the realm of possibility, but definitely will not count like this. They will not meet in this situation.
Right. New league's going to be good. This is the last year in the ASUN for the Bears. Excited about the new league with Arlington and the two Texas schools out to the west coming in. Little Rock joining the league. That'll be fun to have the I-40 rivalry, have a lot more on the line. In the lane, Berman kind of pushing off. Robinson does not get the call. Berman tipped it. Luke Moore saves it, and into Beecham. So the Bears collect it down by 3 with 8:20 to go. Guy King behind the back dribble on the left wing. Crosses over Berman up top to Luke Moore. Left wing, Robinson guarded closely by Ashby. Now Marable drives over, hands off to Beecham. Double clutch three, no good. And rebound by Parker. I would have liked to have seen him shoot that initially. More of a catch and shoot guy than he is a take it off the bounce guy. So doesn't go down that time, but the Bears will try to get it done on the defensive end. Bears wanted to travel there. Jump stop by Mann as he pitched it out to Berman. No call. There's a couple of walks the Bears think that Queens got away with so far today here. Berman dribbling into the paint, all the way in, up off the glass, no good. And a late whistle. You've got to be kidding me. Where's the contact? Wow, tough call there. Javion doesn't like it. That's the first on him. That is the fourth team foul. And the media timeout is upon us. That's a tough call. 7:40 left, 23-20. Queens leads it early here in Jacksonville with everything on the line. We're back in a moment on the UCA Radio Network.
Slim's Tender Mac Bowls are back. We start with a 3-cheese blend to make our delicious mac and top it with chopped hand-breaded tenders and Colby Jack cheese. Try the Tender Mac Bowl meal or the Buffalo Tender Mac Bowl meal, both served with Texas toast and a medium drink. The mac is back and oh so tasty. Download the Slim Chickens app to order and earn rewards.
Today's medical system treats patients like products, not us. Conway Regional brings together key service lines, providers, and technologies to create a unique patient experience that is highly intentional and refreshingly personal. With a hospital in the heart of Conway, a trusted emergency room, women's services, all from a team that delivers more than medicine. This is not mass-produced healthcare. This is your healthcare. Conway Regional, curated care.
92.7 Jack FM.
Well, it's been a balanced collection of scoring for Queens. Ashby leading the way with 9. Schwiger with 3. Jabril with 3. Berman with 2. Parker 2. Watford 2. Larson 2. Mann's the only player who hasn't scored that's played in the game. He's been in for 8 minutes. He had 18 yesterday, but has yet to scratch out a single point. Ty Robinson's perfect on the day. 2 for 2, both from long range. He has 6 to pace the Bears. Guy King with 5. Hunter with 4. Byrne 3. Marable 2. And Mao with a couple of assists as well. Bears so far being out-rebounded 11-6. That's a concerning number, Steve-O. And from a turnover standpoint, Queens has committed only 3, and Bears just 1. Bench points, Queens with the 7-3 edge.
To the Bears' credit, they have capitalized too. 8 3-points off turnovers. So they have made Queens pay for their turnovers. That kind of balances out the rebounding right now. One reason why the Bears are having a hard time kind of getting their offense going, even though they are shooting 44%. Queens has done a great job holding them to one and done, and that's how, recipe for success against the Bears, not letting us either get the offensive rebound and put back or starting the offense again and making you defend another 20 seconds.
Highland Dairy, discover tasty ways to a stronger, healthier you with Highland Dairy, locally made, naturally delicious. Let's talk about the three-point update brought to you by Highland Dairy. Central Arkansas, 4 of 11 from 3 today, 36%. And on the other side, Queens shooting it way too efficiently so far, Steve-O. They are 5 of 10 from 3, and Ashby, of course, leading the way with 3 of 4. Schwieger's 1 of 3, and Jabril is 1 of 2. Bears will send out Moore, Byrne, Robinson, McCormick, and Cam Hunter, as Berman will go to the free throw line on a foul that was, I thought, pretty insignificant, but enough there, according to the officials, to result in the whistle.
And again, my problem with that is if he fouled him, blow the whistle when he fouls him, not after we have the rebound about to go the other way.
Right.
He either fouled him or he didn't. Don't wait to see what the shot did.
I agree 100%.
It has nothing to do with it. He either fouled him or he didn't.
Yeah, Berman 79%, excellent free throw shooter. As a team, they are 74%, and he made both of them to extend the lead to 5. 25-20. Queens in the lead with 7:36 to go in the first half here in this ASUN championship. Cole McCormick to Byrne, left wing to Luke Moore. Jab step against Mann. He'll dribble into the lane all the way in, spins, kick out. Byrne will try another 3. That one is no good. Long rebound out to Cole McCormick, and there's a second chance for the Bears. Robinson picked up by Ashby, spun around him all the way in, hangs in the air, flips a shot up, no good. Ball tipped out, and Mann eventually comes away with it for Queens. So Bears got a few cracks at it, not getting shots to go down early here, but need to change that soon. Berman in the left corner with his team up 5. Ashby straight away. Now Schwieger will try a deep 3. That's off the back of the iron. Great box out by Luke Moore, keeping Avante Parker underneath the rim where he could not get into it. In transition, Cam Hunter layup good. Went right at Berman's chest. And let me tell you something. Berman works hard defensively, but he is not Michael Duax, who Cam had to contend with all day yesterday. So a much better matchup for Hunter today, which is probably why he's had 30 twice this year against this bunch. As Coach mentioned, they like to play man-to-man. They don't help a lot, and they clearly are not going to do anything special to hold down Cam Hunter. Parker jump stop up off the glass. No. Ball tipped away. Saved in for a moment by Luke Moore, and it'll stay with Queens. 5 on the shot clock. 6:19 left. Bears have narrowed the gap to 3 after the Cam Hunter drive and score. And it'll be a sideline inbound. It looks like, yeah, over in front of the air quotes expensive seats here at VyStar. Ashby will trigger. Cam Hunter with that athletic tape over his left shoulder and injured it in the first game when the Bears were rolling against Bellarmine. But he has looked none the worse for wear. That is his shooting hand or arm, I guess.
What are we reviewing over here?
I don't know.
Maybe a clock situation?
Could be. I think they're checking to see if it ever hit the rim because the shot clock was at 5, and now they've got to reset to 20. So maybe they're looking to see if Parker's shot ever hit the rim or not.
Did it?
I don't really have an issue with it if they say it did. No, they're going to put it back to 5. All right. They say no. Break for the Bears for sure.
That's a weird place to inbound the basketball, too.
It really is. I will say this, though. Sometimes when you only got 5 on the shot clock, sometimes it takes a little bit of pressure off. You're like, well, I have to shoot it, so I can't really worry too much about whether it goes in or not. And here we go. Mann, step back three-pointer, and he banked it in. I rest my case. See, I think guys play so free and loose shooting the basketball when they're like, well, I have to shoot it anyway. It's like in baseball when you got to hit and run. It's like, well, I'm swinging the bat no matter what the pitch is. It takes a little bit of the pressure off, and he converts it there to make it 28-22.
There was nothing wrong with Cam's defense right there.
That was a deep banked-in 3. What are you going to do? Hunter takes Berman down on the post. Turnaround jumper, no good. That's a really tough shot. Spinning over his left shoulder, shooting it back up as a left-hander. Berman did a good job there. Mann, as Cam Hunter fell down, Mann will try a three-pointer. That is short and rebounded by Marable with the Bears down 6. This is the largest lead of the day for Queens. Bears' largest lead, of course, was 8. early on. It was 8-0. Hunter against Ashby. He's got to like that matchup. We'll see if Parker comes over to help. Spinning, fadeaway jumper, Cam Hunter good. That is a tough shot. And he did not take it right in the chest of Ashby, instead fading away for the jumper. And Hunter has his team back within 4. Berman being checked by Luke Moore. Parker up on the tournament logo. Marable out there with him. Swings into the defense of Cam Hunter. Parker dribbling on the wing. Cam Hunter just picked his pocket. I thought it was a little odd to have a big man out there. And there's a bad pass by Cam Hunter. He was looking for Cole McCormick. Probably should have chest passed it. And then a turnover by Queens. Sloppy couple of seconds here. There's a pass to Robinson. Layup is good. Beautiful job there, hanging the ball out, flipping it off the glass, and keeping it away from the defender. So back and forth we went there. A couple of turnovers back to back. But anyway, back to Hunter's pass. I think if he chest passes it up to McCormick because he was ahead of the defense, you need to get it there a little faster. That bounce pass allowed Ashby to catch up. And again, the good news is it resulted in a turnover right back, and the Bears are within 2. Berman, there's an illegal screen. That's how he got to the rim. That's going to be on Parker. That was Berman's dream come true right there. He had a clear path to the basket, but it was all predicated on the illegal screen. So 28-26, the Bears can tie it or take the lead on this possession with 4:23 to go.
Bears.
I think if the Bears just hang around, Steve-O, hang around here this first half, keep within a few points, we'll take our chances in the last 20 minutes the way they finish games.
Well, I don't think Queens can continue to shoot the way they have. I honestly don't against this defense. 2, as long as the Bears keep capitalizing on Queens' defense. Now, 10 points off turnovers. The Bears have done a good job creating some of their offense while their shots aren't falling.
Javion Guy King all the way into the rack. You got to finish that one. He got a clear look at it. He beat Ashby, who's not a great defender, all the way inside to the rim. You got to go up and finish that one. I thought he maybe could have gone off to the side and tried to bank it in, or gone right to the front of the rim and try to lay it up and over. Berman driving the baseline. Ball goes out off of a Bears foot, and under 4 to go, so we've got our final media time out of the first half. It'll be Queens ball with 17 on the shot clock. 3:59 to play. The Bears are down, but hanging around. Hunter and Robinson with 8 apiece. So Batman and Robin have showed up in the building, trying to carry the Bears to the NCAA tournament for the first time ever in Division I. We'll take a break. Be back with the final 3:59 of this first half. After this on the UCA Radio Network.
Some people are born for more. More fun, more freedom, more excitement. Some people are born and see the future before it's here. They see the GV70 for its best in class and top rating by Edmunds. They see the G90, Motor Trend's Car of the Year. What were you born for? The all-new Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury, today.
First Arkansas Bank and Trust is proud to be the newest partner with UCA Athletics, expanding into Conway in 2018 and fully committed to serving all of Conway and the surrounding Faulkner County area, offering full-service banking and loan products, mobile and online options, as well as the Cube interactive teller machines, providing extending banking hours for your convenience. Come see the FAB&T team at 804 Hogan Lane. Go Bears. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
92.7 Jack FM.
$28-6 Queens leads it with 3:59 to go in this ASUN championship game. It's Justin Acre here at VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena in the Simmons Bank broadcast booth. And Bears are battling Queens. The Bears are battling history as well, Steve-O. Again, unprecedented heights for this program this year. And what would have been unthinkable a couple of years ago is right there for the taking today. A conference championship bid. Can the Bears make it happen over the next 23 minutes and 59 seconds? But at the end of the day, all that aside, you're just playing basketball. And that's the perspective you got to take really at the end of the day. I've not seen really a lot of nerves from either team. I would say the Bears shooting has not been great, but the nerves look like they're somewhat in check here. Defensively, I think they've been pretty solid. Like you mentioned, it's been a while since Queens has hit any number of shots. The only late has been the back-in three at the end of the shot clock for Nasir Mann.
Yeah, they scored about 5 points over the last 5 minutes. The 2 free throws and then that banked-in three at the end of the shot clock. So they've started to cool off, and the Bears have started to kind of get into their grill a little bit more as far as not allowing them easy lanes to the basket or shots.
Ashby pitched it out to midcourt. Watford drives right in. Bears can't stop him, and the freshman lays it up and in to make it 30-26. So not a great defensive possession for the Bears there after the media timeout. 3:40 left. Hunter, Robinson, Marable, Beecham, and Guy King. Robinson has shot it well from the perimeter so far today. Picked up by Berman on the wing. Up to Marable. He'll dribble to the left side off to Guy King. Behind the back dribble against Ashby. You know he wants to take him inside. Parker's out of there as a potential shot blocker. Pull up in the lane, almost got it. But Javion will get a couple of free throws here as Ashby bumped him on his shot attempt. That's 2 on Ashby now. The sharpshooter for Queens, who was the preseason player of the year, if you can believe it, Steve-O. The more important award, of course, is the postseason player of the year, which went to Cam Hunter. And I had to aggressively check an Austin Peay fan in the elevator last night as I was going back to my room after the second game here after Austin Peay lost. And he tried to give Colin Parker, he mentioned him as the player of the year. And I said, no, sir, that's Cameron Hunter from the University of Central Arkansas. So the more you know.
Where are they?
They're home.
Yeah.
Back in Clarksville, Tennessee. Lovely and scenic. 2 free throws, both good for Javion Guy King. Bears were miserable at the free throw line early yesterday. Their first 6. Cam Hunter, though, was 8 for 8, so Superman does his thing. The Bears are now 4 of 4 at the free throw line, and in a game like this, you need them all. Jabril way too strong on the rebound. Cam Hunter has it, got forced out over there on the sideline. Foul on Avante Parker, no call. Parker, very aggressive player. Guy King got his pocket pick, stole it back, sitting down. Call a timeout? Nope, get it to Cam Hunter. Up top, the Beach left alone for 3 straight away. Harry got it! There you go, Harry, and the Bears are back in front, 31-30. Kind of rushed his first one. I meant catch and shoot, right? Catch and shoot. That's Harry Beach's game, not take it the dribble and shoot.
Also, like straight on 3. He's been daggers all weekend long here.
He has been. Shot looks really good. He's been showing out for mom and dad. Missed by Ashby, which is nice to see. Pass over to McCormick as Guy King falls down in the lane. McCormick bowling his way inside. Pitches one to Robinson. Over to the corner, drive by Cam Hunter going baseline. Back outside. Robinson saves it from the backcourt. Calm down, buddy. Bears by 1. McCormick up the right wing with 9 on the shot clock. Floats it to Guy King. Now Javion will drive inside against Parker off the glass and good. He beat the shot blocker to the bucket, and he scores it to give the Bears a 33-30 lead with under 2 to play in the first half.
What a turn at the elbow to get past him.
Ball tipped by Robinson, goes off the rim, out to Ashby, who fell down, and Guy King's going to get the whistle. You know, that's where you want to tell the official, it's not my fault that the man can't keep his feet. Him. He literally fell down, and they call a foul because Javion was in the vicinity.
Clumsy as foul.
That's exactly right. And Javion, with 2 fouls, will go to the bench. 150 left, 33-30. Robinson will also get a breather. And Tyler Lee back in. McCormick, Marable, Beecham, Cam Hunter. Baseline inbound. Watford will throw it, and it's stolen away by Tyler Lee. He's got a one-on-one against Schwieger, and he will get it blocked. Beecham with a rebound, then he goes up and gets whacked by Berman. So that actually works out okay. Is that the 3rd on Berman? 2. 2 on Berman. Hey, good hustle by Schwieger to stay in the play. I thought Tyler Lee did a great job after the pick, and I thought he fended off the defender pretty well, but Schwieger a little bit better defensively, able to swat it away. But Harry did not give up on the play. Now he'll get free throws. He's the Bears' best on the season, and, of course, he missed one. I said it after he missed, though,
yes,
so not on me. He was 11 of 12 before that.
7th turnover forced already in the first half of the Bears.
Beecham's second one is good. How many?
7 turnovers for Queens. Now 11 to 3 points off turnovers in favor of the Bears.
That is Central Arkansas basketball, sir. 34-30. Berman has it in the corner. McCormick checking him out there. Comes up to Schwieger, left side Ashby.
Is that a 3-2 zone?
Yep, Bears will give a little bit of that, mix it in. Ashby, deep 3 on the way, in and out. Rebound Watford. Goes back up with it, off the glass. No, rebound McCormick. So the Bears get a rattled out 3, a wide open look for Watford, and they survive another possession. 34-30, Bears can add to a 4-point lead here with 1:09 to go. We got a call away from the ball. we get a hold?
No, it's kicked ball on
missed
the attempted pass.
Excuse me there, Steve-O. 1:07 to play, 34-30 in this ASUN championship game.
The other thing the Bears have done to get themselves back in this lead, they're still being out-rebounded, but it's just 16-13 now. They've done a much better job the second half of this first half, getting on the boards, especially on the defensive glass.
Ty Robinson, left wing, he'll drive all the way in, and Watford swats it away from him. Robinson got a little bit too far over his skis, and Watford just pulled the chair out, and Ty fell down. Three-pointer on the other end, no good for Ashby. Rebound again for McCormick. And with 50 seconds left, the Bears will bring it back and try to add again to this 4-point lead. Cam Hunter, cross court to McCormick. He'll try a deep three. That's too strong. Beecham kept it alive, and it is out of bounds off of Queens with 39.1 seconds left. 18 on the shot clock.
Queens has not scored in over 3+ minutes now, so they've gone a lot of stretch this last half of this first half, scoreless or taking a while before they get a point or two. The defense has settled in. They've stopped hitting shots, and the Bears are actually out shooting them now.
The Bears at 46%, 40% for Queens. Ball inbounded to Marable in the corner. He'll dribble up and give it to Harry Beecham. Over to McCormick, drops it back to Mal. Looks inside, goes outside. Cam Hunter, open three, no. McCormick got held on the rebound attempt, couldn't get to it. Berman will bring it up the left sideline. Bears double team there. They get it over to Watford. And Queens can hold for one. Bears, unless something very strange happens, will have the halftime lead here in Jacksonville in this championship game. 11 seconds, 10. Watford standing on the tournament logo. Here comes Schwieger to screen. Marable switched on to Watford. Double team comes. Pass inside. Schwieger up. Shot blocked by Cam Hunter, and that's how the half will end. An exclamation point from Superman as we head into the halftime break. 34-30, Bears lead it after 20 minutes. They are one half away from a very special achievement. We'll go through the halftime numbers coming up in a moment. You're listening to Bear Basketball on the UCA Radio Network.
Need a power boost after a serious workout? Stick with the original recovery drink. Highland Dairy's chocolate milk contains 13 essential nutrients, including protein and electrolytes, helping you build muscle and hydrate better than water. Our Chocolicious milk is perfect for building healthy bones in little ones and maintaining bone health in adults. It's chocolate milk with no artificial growth hormones, and it's locally made, so you know you're getting the best for your body. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
At Moix RV, customer service isn't just a motto, it's a legacy. Since 1976, Moix RV has been dedicated to providing exceptional experiences, not just selling RVs. Moix RV hears you. Words are easy, actions speak louder. That's why Moix RV has invested millions in expanding service bays across Conway, Springdale, and Hot Springs. But service bays are just tools. It's the passionate team that truly makes the difference at Moix RV, your trusted partner on the open road. Visit Moix RV today in Conway, Springdale, or Hot Springs, and let Moix RV get you rolling.
Dear, it's 1908. Don't you think we should get electricity?
And stop using candles to see at night.
It's just electricity lights up the room fast. It's more reliable than candles blowing out, and people seem to love it nationwide.
Well, candles are...
Dear, did you just run into the wall?
Nope. May I have a new candle, please?
Historically, switching to new technology is a no-brainer. Today, it's AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, secure, and nationwide. Switch to AT&T 5G. It's not complicated. 5G requires compatible plan. May not be in your area. See att.com/5G for you for details.
When you bank at First Security, you're choosing better for yourself and fellow Arkansans. Better service from friendly professionals who really invest in your goals. Better solutions with convenient tools and smart resources. And better support for the things that matter to you, as well as the communities that matter to us all. Because finding your better at First Security makes Arkansas better too. First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Nuke's Eatery is a proud sponsor of UCA men's and women's hoops. At Nuke's Eatery, they deliver extra in every bite. Stop by Nuke's Eatery in Conway for their new Pick Free option, where you can pick any 3 half menu items. And don't forget to sign up for Nuke's Rewards on their app to start earning. Nuke's Eatery, extra in every bite. Go Bears!
Today's medical system is like a maze where patients get lost. Not here. Conway Regional takes a personal approach to health. So you get one-of-a-kind care that blends access and excellence. familiarity, and fierce commitment. With a deeply invested team delivering the services and support that people deserve. This is not mass-produced healthcare. This is your healthcare. Conway Regional, curated care.
92.7 Jack FM.
Here in Jacksonville, the Bears defense heated up as the first half went on, and the top seed and regular season champion Bears lead Queens 34-30. Bears jumped out 8-0. They finished the first half on an 8-0 run over the last 3:52. The reboundings came back to the Bears started hitting shots, and right now the Bears 20 minutes away from their first NCAA tournament bid in what started off as a very quick-paced game for Queens, but then the shooting cooled off. The Bears started hitting the boards. They started penetrating, getting to the free throw line a couple times, and all in all, the Bears took care of the basketball, capitalized on all kinds of miscues from Queens, and it's 34-30 Bears. It saw the Bears shoot 43% from the floor in the opening half, 13 of 30, while holding Queens to just 10 of 26, 38.5. After Queens started the game 5 for 6 at the three-point line, they finished the half 6 for 17. So just 1 for a last 11 from behind the arc were the Royals. Meanwhile, the Bears finished 5 for 15 from distance, 33%. Queens went 4 for 4 at the line. The Bears made 3 of 4 in those final 2+ minutes of the opening half. Queens out-rebounded the Bears by a single board, 17-16. Offensive rebounding was dead even at 5 apiece. But the Bears did the job in the paint, outscoring Queens 14-8 in the paint overall. Second chance points, so 5-1. The Queens Royals able to get going early on the offensive glass for 5 points, and then the Bears kind of closed it off. Bears made their hay while they were having issues early on, forcing turnovers. Queens turned it over 7 times in the opening half to just the 3 for the Bears. Points off turnovers, 11-3, plus 8 in the opening half for the Bears. As we mentioned, 14-8 points in the paint. Their bench outscored the Bear bench 9-7, but fast break, the Bears got out and running. All 5 fast break points went courtesy of UCA as the Bears assisted 8 times on their 13 makes. Malachi Marable and Cam had 2 assists apiece, 5 steals defensively. Cam had 2, and the only block shot, which came on the final shot of the first half, where Cam not only went up and stuffed the shot, you could see the player of the year fist pump and let out a primal yell, knowing that that was a big stop going into half, keeping them from getting on the board. And Central Arkansas was there. He carried the 34-30 heading into the locker room.
That was only his 8th block of the year, but it seems like every block he has had has been a huge play when they really needed it during the year.
That was a loud block. Again, they get 2 points right there. It's only a 2-point game, but that gives them a little bit of hope going in. We saw them come out very quick. You knew they probably would. I mean, they have an offense. They're very good. You mentioned the preseason player of the year. When he's your 4th or 5th option, that means you put together a pretty decent roster if you're asking me. They deserve to be here, but adrenaline maybe can carry them so far. I would expect almost for them to maybe come out the same way the second half too, to get their legs back under them a little bit, but I think the Bears can continue like they did in the first half. Stay on them, pressure them, continue to attack, maybe get them in foul trouble. Their legs start getting heavy. They aren't going to be able to defend as well, either mentally or physically. So the game is there for the Bears, as you called it, a very Bear-like first half.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think Central Arkansas is a lot more comfortable winning low-scoring games like they did yesterday against Florida Gulf Coast in a 73-63 game than Queens is. This is a team that hangs its hat on offense and outscoring opponents. Now, that's not to say that they can't win low-scoring games. They've done it this year. They beat West Georgia 71-63, but there aren't many of them. When you look through their year, Steve-O, most of their games where they have won have been high-scoring. They got beat at West Georgia 74-66, and the thought of holding this team to 66 points is pretty hard to believe. But guess what? They're on pace for 60 right now.
The old adage, defense wins championships. They got 20 minutes. They still have to go out and do it for the 20 minutes, but they have put themselves in a spot where you'd want to be right now, ahead and with a little momentum on your side.
John Shulman said that to us. And I mean, again, it's a cliche, but he said it to us in the pregame. And defense does win championships, certainly in basketball. Bears held them to 79 in the second meeting after giving up 90 in a 190 win by Central Arkansas back on January 28th. But yeah, again, this is a team that really can score it, and they've got a lot of options. But when you take away the three-point line, or they don't hit shots when they do get looks for the three-point line, it's bad news for Queens. The Bears can shoot it bad from outside and still win. We've seen it a number of times this year. Heck, we saw it yesterday.
the offense is just so diverse. You don't have to lean on the three-point. And then you go the back door, you can hit them a couple of times, then it opens it back up so you can kind of get your spacing again. It's just a very diverse, very well thought out, executed offense. And that's why the Bears don't have to rely on either the back door the whole time or they have to rely on the three. Either way, you've got somebody to attack. It also helps when you have the man of the hour, Cam Hunter, when you needed points, which we needed a couple times in the first half when they had some momentum. Where did we finally get the ball in the hands? And he either tried to make something happen or he did make something happen.
I thought he pressed on a couple of shots trying to force the issue, maybe trying to pick up some fouls on Berman. I don't know, but, it all worked out fine. And Cam is not a guy that hunts offense. His last name may be Hunter, but that is not his MO by any stretch of the imagination. John Shulman looking for his 32nd win against 35 losses at UCA. He's got 288 to his credit over 15 seasons. The dude's been around. He's led teams to tournaments. He's been an assistant coach on tournament teams and trying to get back there. First time for UCA. This is uncharted waters, obviously, for this program, but a couple appearances over the years.
That helps when you have a coach that's been in this position, whether it's at another school or not. He's been in this exact position, so he exudes confidence, whether it's his coaching staff who have clearly taken to his leadership or the players who have no problem playing for the man at all. They love it. They go out there, they give everything out. I mean, we saw several times throughout the first half, balls that were probably headed out of bounds anyway. You got guys diving after them on the floor, Superman style, trying to go after the basketball in low percentage situations. Why? Because they're going all out. They want to put it all out there. One thing I love to hear Coach Shulman say, he reiterated again last week at Bearbackers, he wants them to go all out. He wants them to be high or low. They want to be, they're gutted every time, the Bears lost. It's, they're heartbroken. They're gutted because they leave it all out there. When they win, they're elated because they want to go out there and give it all they have physically, but also emotionally. They don't want to stay in the middle as far as that goes. And I love it. These guys are giving everything they have, and right now they've got the deserved situation they're in, up by 4 at the break.
Well, Bears open on an 8-0 run. They finish the half on an 8-0 run, and they lead by 4 at the break, 34-30. Yesterday, Queens shot 44% from 3, and at the half, they're at 35%, 6 of 17. If that continues, I love Central Arkansas's chances in this one. All right, we'll continue on with the half. We are due for another break here. We'll be back in a moment on the UCA Radio Network.
Need a power boost after a serious workout? Stick with the original recovery drink. Highland Dairy's chocolate milk contains 13 essential nutrients, including protein and electrolytes, helping you build muscle and hydrate better than water. Our Chocolicious milk is perfect for building healthy bones in little ones and maintaining bone health in adults. It's chocolate milk with no artificial growth hormones, and it's locally made, so you know you're getting the best for your body. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
First Arkansas Bank and Trust is proud to be the newest partner with UCA Athletics, expanding into Conway in 2018 and fully committed to serving all of Conway and the surrounding Faulkner County area, offering full-service banking and loan products, mobile and online options, as well as the Cube interactive teller machines, providing extending banking hours for your convenience. Come see the FAB&T team at 804 Hogan Lane. Go Bears. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
The funny thing about toys, they get bigger as you grow up. But the John Deere 3025D and loader, this isn't a toy. With 25 horsepower, it's a dirt-moving, brush-clearing, food-plotting machine. Built to shape land, not sit pretty. The John Deere 3025D, now $278 a month with 0% for 84 months. And it's definitely not a toy. Financing available through October 31st, 2025 or while supplies last. See Greenway for details.
Conway Copies is proud to be the official printer of UCA Athletics. Serving Central Arkansas for over 24 years, Conway Copies proudly offers the latest technology for all your printing needs. Digital copies, banners, signs, etc. Conway Copies does it all. Contact Conway Copies today to learn more and let Conway Copies help you with your next project. Call 501-328-9797 or email Conway Copies at orders@conwaycopies.com.
Dear, it's 1908. Don't you think we should get electricity?
And stop using candles to see at night.
It's just electricity lights up the room fast. It's more reliable than candles blowing out, and people seem to love it nationwide.
Well, candles are...
Dear, did you just run into the wall?
Nope. May I have a new candle, please?
Historically, switching to new technology is a no-brainer. Today, it's AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, secure, and nationwide. Switch to AT&T 5G. It's not complicated. 5G requires compatible plan. May not be in your area. See att.com/5G for you for details.
Nuke's Eatery is a proud sponsor of UCA men's and women's hoops. At Nuke's Eatery, they deliver extra in every bite. Stop by Nuke's Eatery in Conway for their new Pick Free option, where you can pick any 3 half menu items. And don't forget to sign up for Nuke's Rewards on their app to start earning. Nuke's Eatery, extra in every bite. Go Bears!
92.7 Jack FM.
Welcome back to VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Short segment here. We'll go back and take one more break and come back with second half action. A couple of other championship finals from today. Bears trying to punch their ticket for the first time ever in Division I to the NCAA tournament. High Point beats Winthrop in the Big South Championship today, 91-76. Northern Iowa headed back to the tournament. They beat UIC today, and it's Illinois-Chicago, 84-69 in the MVC Championship. And a semifinal final score here, 76-69 in the Patriot League. Lehigh besting Colgate. A bunch of other tournament games are in the quarters or other various parts of their conference tournament. We've got a whole bunch of conference tournaments still coming up next week as well. Stations, let's take a break here. We'll be back and we'll get ready for second half action after this on the UCA Radio Network.
At Papa John's, we start with better. No, seriously, every original crust pizza starts with our signature dough that's always fresh, never frozen, hand-tossed, and made with 6 simple ingredients. And now our dough can save you dough when you order from the Papa Pairings menu. Pair a medium one-topping pizza with one or more of your Papa Pairings favorites for just $6.99 each. How about that for better? Order now on the app, only at Papa John's.
Sports fans, as you return to tailgating season, be sure to stop by your favorite convenience store and look for the Blue Chip Ice Freezer to ice down your cooler. Shop local and stay cool this season with Blue Chip Ice. There's nothing better than a tailgate in the fall, and there's nothing cooler than Blue Chip Ice. Blue Chip Ice, proud supporter of UCA Sports.
92.7 Jack FM.
Back here at Veterans Memorial Arena in downtown Jacksonville. Second half action is 2026 ASUN Tournament Championship game. Bears lead 34-30. It'll be Queens basketball to start the second half and tell you all about it, and hopefully bring us home with the championship winners, the voice of the Bears, Justin Acree.
Stations, we need to take a quick ID. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Bear basketball.
KCON, Bologna, Conway, Little Rock. Broadcasting from a dumpy shack near the Toadsuck Ferry Lock and Dam on the Arkansas River. This is 92.7 Jack FM.
Did you?
Yes, I did. All right, here we are. 34-30. It'll be Queens ball going left to right on your radio dial to start the second half. Schwieger three-pointer opens the scoring in the second half. Open in the corner in front of the Queens bench. And that narrows the gap to 1, which makes that block by Cam Hunter that much more important, Steve-O. Otherwise, the Bears will be trailing right now, early second half. Not that it matters. We got a long way to go in this one. Cam Hunter drops it off to Marable. Back to Cam, guarded by Schwieger. Jab step drive, spins in the lane, steps through, shot block. Marable cleans it up, goes up, missed the layup, which has been a recurring theme for him all season long, unfortunately. Now, that is, again, one of those things he's going to have to improve on in the offseason. He needs to be able to finish stronger at the rim and close those shots out. Double team at midcourt, ball nearly stolen away. Man gives it up to Berman, gets it back, drives inside. Layup is good. Bears don't offer enough resistance that time, and it's a Queens 5-0 run to start the second half, and they take a 1-point lead.
I fully expect them to come out like they did in the first half. Now that their legs are back under them for a few minutes, I'm not really shocked by this. Let's see how the Bears respond, though.
Marable out to Robinson. Deep three on the way from Ty. Barely drew iron. Long rebound out to Luke Moore. He'll try a three-pointer. Luke has really struggled. One-hand rebound by Robinson. Out to Cam Hunter. He'll try a three. That is good. So the Bears go three-pointer, 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 and three's a charm in this case. And John Shulman calls the timeout. So he'll do that after a made basket on occasion. Maybe just steady the ship a bit and say, hey, fellas, we're fine. No big deal. They went on a little 5-0 run. No big deal. We're fine. So Cam Hunter now with 11 points. He is the first player in this game to break into double figures, and that is his first made three-pointer. So, I talked about Luke. He's 0 for 2 now. He has really struggled from the floor today and really for the last couple of games. He did have 7 assists in the opening game against Bellarmine, but hasn't shot it particularly well.
The Bears finally lead the rebounding edge for the first time in the game, 19-18. That was their 7th and 8th offensive rebounds. They've taken the second chance points lead now as well, but they needed that. Scramble on the glass, get a couple shots, and Cam knocking down his first three-pointer. Bears now 6 of 18 from behind the arc. The Royals 7 of 18 from behind the arc.
Well, I mentioned Luke, and I guess my numbers don't really bear out what I said. But, you go back to the Queens game. He only played 12 minutes when he hurt his ankle. Did not score in that game. Against Bellarmine, he ended up with 14. So I guess maybe that had escaped my memory. He did have a good game with the 7 assists, too. But, yeah, today 1 for 5 against Florida Gulf Coast yesterday, rather. Only 2 points, and I think it's carried over a little bit to today. And, look, he may be a little more bothered by the ankle issue that he's letting on. I appreciate the fact that he's gutting it out after getting hurt against Gulf Coast, or before the Gulf Coast game, rather, I guess, in the regular season finale. So, anyway, he's been a key cog. They love Luke. I mean, they felt like he was their best point guard. They didn't put him in as a starter to start the season. That was Rashad Bolden at the beginning of the year. He's obviously left the program early in the season, but they always felt like Luke was going to be the guy. It's just a matter of how long it took him. And, again, you don't want to put too much on a freshman right out of the gate. By now, he's so experienced. You feel really good. And, he's just a steady Eddie dude. I got a chance to talk to his mom yesterday, and she was a basketball player, I know, at Henderson State. And, he's just been a really cool customer for us.
Yeah, great woman. His parents were on the same flight as the Sugar Bears when we came down here, I guess a week ago Tuesday at this point. But so we got to speak with her quite a bit as well. She's very complimentary of that program, but also we were able to tell her how much we appreciate having Luke in this program. And again, big difference. Bears have legitimate true point guards. Queens does not.
Right.
You can kind of see the difference. Luke may not be scoring a whole lot, but 2 rebounds and an assist and a steal, hasn't turned it over in 12 minutes. So you got 2 guys that did not play in senior day last week out here, just adding to the depth that we have over them.
Yeah, Bears have played 9 guys already, and Tyler Lee has played the fewest minutes with 6. We've seen 8 players come in on Queens.
And Berman and Ashby did not come out at all in the first half.
Ashby straight away, looks inside, goes left wing to Mann. 1-on-1, number 1 on number 1. Cam Hunter checking him. They'll swing it around to the right wing. Schwieger tries a 3. That one's off the front of the rim. Berman had it, and a reach-in foul on Javion Guy King, and that is going to be his 3rd.
That time he knew he did it. His shoulders dropped as soon as he kind of raked the guy across the arm going for the rebound. So no one played 20 minutes for the Bears in the first half. Cam played 19, but Ashby and Berman have yet to come out of the game for the Royals.
Baseline inbound, shot blocked by McCormick, and then it goes out of bounds. He swatted Parker at the rim. Good play there by the Bears defense on the inbound. 17 on the shot clock, 18:06 to go.
What are the officials yelling at each other for there?
I don't know what's going on.
What?
Ball inbounded near midcourt. Schwieger catches it over to Ashby, now into the corner. Berman's open for 3. That is good. So the Bears breaking down a little bit defensively.
Berman now with 7 in the ball game. That's his first made 3.
Inside, Luke Moore will dribble back out. Parker and Marable jockeying for position inside. McCormick gets it back to Cam Hunter straight away. He's driving in against Parker. Spinning, stepping through. That's a really hard shot. Good defense by Parker. And Cam Hunter does not get his bucket to go in. Berman driving and kicking. Ashby open for 3 with Robinson running at him. No good. And a nice rebound by McCormick in front of Schwieger. Bears other way. Luke Moore out to McCormick. Thought about a 3. Now Luke has it straight away. Spinning against Berman at the free throw line. Out to McCormick. Over to Cam Hunter. 38-37 Queens. We're almost 3 minutes into this second half. Championship and an NCAA tournament on the line. Hunter layup is no good. He wanted a foul.
There's only been 8 free throws combined in this game so far.
Man to Parker on the baseline. Double team down there. Shoots it up and over. Falls away. Good defense by the Bears. Without fouling, they get the miss from Parker. And Luke Moore on the other end draws the foul on Parker. Now, Parker is a hacker. That's 3 on him now. And you go back and look at the season, Steve-O, he has 115 fouls, which is by far and away the most on this team. He's got 7 foul outs this season.
That's good, but that was on Berman. That's his third.
Oh, excuse me. That's great, too.
I thought you'd like that one better.
He's a little more important, I would say, in the big scheme of things.
Yes. And that was a good job by Luke, also recognizing, going straight at him and making him make a play.
Ball inbounded to McCormick. Whips a pass to the corner. Cam Hunter rising up for 3. No good. Nice box out by Schwieger, keeping Cole McCormick off the offensive glass. Very low scoring affair here in Jacksonville as Watford turns it over on the other end. Good defense by Byrne. 38-37 Queens, but Bears with the ball. Robinson against Ashby. Drives baseline. Ashby recovers defensively. Now Parker dives in and basically tackles Ty Robinson. They're going to get a jump ball. It'll be Bears possession with 16:21 to go. Bit of a scrum over there on the floor. Ty Robinson, I think, wanted a foul, making his case. But it'll be a jump ball over there, and they're going to clean it up and inbound it. Ty Robinson tell the bench, I think he fouled him.
I mean, he did. Looked like he grabbed his leg and kind of took him down, AKA wrestling style.
Yeah, he did. Hulk Hogan would have been proud. R.I.P. 16-21, 38-37. Queens leading it. And again, a defensive battle. Cam Hunter, 11 points, 5 of 13 from the floor. 1 rebound, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. 21 minutes on the floor. Bears have turned it over 3 times. They forced 8, and they have an 11-3 edge at points off turnovers. Let's see if fatigue is an issue as we carry on here. Bears 31.6%, 6 of 19 from 3, 8 of 21 for Queens from 3, 38% after a 44% shooting day from long range yesterday in the victory. And there is a reach-in foul. Let's see if that's on Watford or Parker. It'll be on Parker. That is 2 on him now. Cam Hunter falling hard on the floor, but he is obviously an indestructible man of steel, so he is fine. 20 on the shot clock, and again, just a nip and tuck game throughout here. No one said it would be easy. Cam Hunter gets it into Byrne, guarded by Watford. Truman gets it up to Beecham, who's back in the game now for the first time this half. Byrne in the high post, Watford guarding him. Now Robinson straight away. Watford defending. He takes him right to the rim and scores it off the glass. So a good drive by Ty, and he has 10 now. So he joins Cam Hunter in double figures. Ashby over to Mann, guarded by Robinson. Backing him down, spinning to the baseline. Double clutch in the air, no good. Tip up off the glass is good, and 1. And I think Mann got smacked in the face on the follow-up tip. And he's got his team within 1. And we've got a media timeout while they sort this out. Mann seems like he's all right. He'll shoot a free throw after the break. Actually, that puts them up 40-39. So we're going to get a look at the replay here, it looks like. Now it's an earlier shot from Berman. So I wanted to see that play again. Bottom line is they'll have a chance to go up 2. They lead by 1 with 15:45 to go. Bears hanging in there in the ASUN Championship. We're back in a moment on the UCA Radio Network.
At Moix RV, customer service isn't just a motto, it's a legacy. Since 1976, Moix RV has been dedicated to providing exceptional experiences, not just selling RVs. Moix RV hears you. Words are easy, actions speak louder. That's why Moix RV has invested millions in expanding service bays across Conway, Springdale, and Hot Springs. But service bays are just tools. It's the passionate team that truly makes the difference at Moix RV, your trusted partner on the open road. Visit Moix RV today in Conway, Springdale, or Hot Springs, and let Moix RV get you rolling.
Slim's Tender Mac Bowls are back. We start with a 3-cheese blend to make our delicious mac and top it with chopped hand-breaded tenders and Colby Jack cheese. Try the Tender Mac Bowl meal or the Buffalo Tender Mac Bowl meal, both served with Texas toast and a medium drink. The mac is back and oh so tasty. Download the Slim Chickens app to order and earn rewards.
92.7 Jack FM.
15:45 as we welcome you back into the Simmons Bank broadcast booth. Steve Owens and Justin Acree. But, Steve, we talked about runs earlier, and Central Arkansas opened on an 8-0 run. Queens went on an 8-0 run to even, and then the Bears ended the half on an 8-0 run. I really feel like if somebody can go on a nice run here, you can really establish yourself and maybe just be able to hold on for a victory. But somebody's got to be able to go on a run, first of all, I guess, is the point here. Neither team looks real efficient offensively today, and Queens playing a little better defense than we're used to seeing. I will say that. I think Cam Hunter's maybe forcing the issue here with so much on the line a little bit as well. 5 of 13. He got off to a slow start offensively, too, is not really looking for shots too much, but seen a couple of times he's taking guys in the post, and, occasionally he's gone at Parker, which is maybe not a great matchup for a back-to-the-basket one-on-one move, but, again, you've ridden him all the way to the championship. You got to ride him in the championship game.
Right. This may just be a war of attrition here. Try to win the long game here. Let them take their spurts like they did in the first half, those first 10 minutes or so. And then that second 10 minutes clearly dominated by the Bears, which is why they took a 4-point lead in the break. Maybe how you have to do it here. As you mentioned, kind of keep it close, stay within striking distance, and then hit that run when they start tiring out.
So Mann will have a chance at a three-point play. It was a heck of an individual effort by him to stay with that one, Steve-O, and tip it up and in off his own miss. 15:45 to go. Free throw is no good. So Truman Byrne with a rebound in front of Avante Parker. And it stays 40-39 Queens. McCormick against Schwieger, driving right in the lane, past the lane. And it was touched by Queens, according to the officials. Mann wants a review. And I don't know.
So he wants to challenge. He's wanting the bench to challenge it.
Yeah, Grant
and
Leonard.
they are.
Oh, Grant Leonard is going to look at it. Okay.
One of his assistants talked to someone there, and they said, yeah, do it. So they're going to challenge the call on the floor.
Not sure who McCormick was trying to get that to, Steve-O, but
I think he was hoping someone would thread that seam coming from the back door, and he may have led him a little too far.
Oh, boy.
Which would just be the fourth turnover if it's in fact true, but the call on the floor was off on Queens. So right now they would have to have indisputable video evidence went off of a Bear or he threw it straight out of bounds.
Well, I'd say both these look a little fatigued in the way that they're operating offensively, but it's just going to be a grit, guts game. And that, to me, is what UCA is all about this season with John Shulman at the helm. And, 22 wins on the year. They're in an unprecedented pace. It's been a pretty amazing run, without a doubt. And you hope it continues through today and into the NCAA tournament. But regardless of the outcome today, the Bears have something very significant to build on moving forward as the regular season champions in the A-Sun. B-Van on the big screen. Quick, let's do a Simmons Bank Sugar Bear spotlight, Steve. Again, Sugar Bears fell yesterday to Jacksonville here in what was as bad a shooting day as they've had the whole season, but still fingers crossed for a postseason bid somewhere.
I think that's the hope. You have the best net in the A-Sun, still at 104, even after the loss yesterday. 21 wins for a third consecutive season, a third consecutive trip to the semifinals, coming up short of their third straight championship game. So I think, yes, they do hope they can hear their name called in some form or fashion a week from, I guess, today or a week from tomorrow. So they'll have the whole week off. They wouldn't know anything. So
after review, it is going to go to Queens. So the official or the assistant coach who said, yeah, review it, feeling like he really had an impact in this game. Congratulations. Will be a turnover by the Bears. They haven't turned over too much today.
Just the fourth time. Points off turnovers, 13-3 currently.
Them not scoring a lot is not because of that. By the way, the Bears have moved into the number one spot in the A-Sun in net ranking at 161 ahead of Austin Peay's 164 after their victory yesterday and Austin Peay's loss. Ashby in the front court for three. That's good. Not for Central Arkansas, but it is a make. Let me put it that way. For Ashby, his fourth of the day. And now it's 43-39 with 15-16 to go. Bears need to get rolling here offensively. And what that looks like, I don't know. But somebody's got to find a way to get some offense going for Central Arkansas. It's been a very slow day on the offense.
13-5 to start the second half for Queens.
And McCormick, nope. Fell down on the three-point attempt. No foul called. And Ashby will clear it for the Royals. We talked about a run. The last thing you want is for Queens to go on one here. Feed inside, nice pass to the baseline. Parker blocked by Robinson. What a block by Ty Robinson, rising up against the bigger offensive player in Avante Parker. That was a brilliant block and a play that the Bears desperately needed. Marable outside to Luke Moore. Outside to Robinson, right wing, high arcing three is good. Do it at both ends. Robinson, why don't you? 43-42. 14:20 to go. The human spark plug, Ty Robinson, saving the Bears bacon. Corm the foul on the other end. He forced Watford out into the baseline. That was a brilliant block. All ball by Ty Robinson. Then he caught it in one motion. Comes back and hits a deep arcing three with Jabril running at him, which isn't easy to do. Brilliant.
He got it all right there. The block, the rebound, and now he's the leading scorer in the game with 13 points.
Yep, just past Cam Hunter. 5 of 7, 3 of 4 from 3 for Ty Robinson. Beecham out, Marable out. Cam Hunter, Guy King back in. Davion playing with 3 fouls. 14-14 left. Inbound to Berman, knocked away. Good play by McCormick. Here comes Luke out to Robinson. He's going to drive baseline over Cam Hunter. Out to McCormick. Open for a left wing three. Off the front of the rim. No good. Try to steal away the rebound. Jabril secured it. Queens. That would have been a nice bucket there. Would have put the Bears back in front. They trailed by 1. Berman holding it on the right wing, will dribble to the top of the key. Now over to Ashby. Robinson closes out on him. Schwieger, catch and shoot, barely through the front of him. Back outside to Ashby. He'll try a straightaway three. Got it. Offensive rebounds, and Ashby. Not a good combination. Ashby now with 15, Steve-O. His 5th 3 on 10 attempts.
That's not offensive rebounds, 13 second chance points. They will have to cut that out to have a chance to win down the stretch.
4 points, the margin. McCormick to Guy King. Javion driving by Schwieger, who's leaning on them a whole way. Up off the glass, no. But a foul called, and Javion will have a couple of free throws.
Schwieger was out of position the entire time once Javion made that catch. Did a good job recognizing that, taking at him, and either making him foul or give up the layup. So he's going to go to the line.
It's the 3rd team foul on Queens. Bears have 3 as well. With 13-12 to go, that's the first against Schwieger. Javion, the Mills High product, has made 2 out of 2 today at the line. Make it 2-3. Schwieger is a transfer. Started at right, then Valpo, and has landed as just a redshirt sophomore, Steve-O, now at Queens. I mean, talk about being well-traveled as a youngster. Points a game for him, and he's our best three-point shooter at 42%. Second free throw is good, narrows the gap to 3. 46-43. Ashby again. That time, no. Offensive rebound, Berman, who then fell down, and a foul against the Bears. Again, I will repeat, because someone cannot hold their feet does not make it a foul. Berman lost his footing, and they'll call a foul on the Bears. It is the 4th, and McCormick will sit down.
The bad thing about that is if you block out, you don't put yourself in that position for that call. Again, Queens getting to the offensive glass, their 10th offensive rebound.
McCormick shot it great yesterday, made 3 threes. Today, he's 0 for 4 from the floor, but he is leading the Bears with 6 rebounds. Ashby has it out to Watford. He's been a little more quiet today. He had 21 yesterday in their win against Austin Peay. Berman with 9 on the shot clock. Over to Ashby. Into the corner. Schwieger up and over. Marable, no. Ball tipped away by Jabril. Back out to Ashby. Another three-pointer. That one's no good. This one tipped again, and this time Guy King has it right up the middle of the floor. He'll drop it off to Luke Moore. Not good spacing by the Bears, but Moore comes up with it anyway. Up and under, no. Guy King saves it over to Luke Moore. Great effort by Javion Guy King there to retain the possession. Cam Hunter drives right by Jabril. Layup is good. I need more of that in my life. 46-45. Quickly into the front court. Jabril thought about a 3. Drops it to Watford instead. Back out to Schwieger. Ashby now to Berman. 1-point game. Bears dropping into the 3-2 zone. Kick to the corner. Schwieger 3 on the way. No. And a great effort, but Berman comes away with it. Hunter was there, and I think it was a little bear-on-bear crime right there. I think actually Marable bumping into him made Cam miss the rebound, and Ashby has another one. 11:50 to go, and Ashby has 6 threes, 49-45, under 12 to play.
The Bears getting beat time and time again on the offensive glass. That was a third opportunity, and he made him pay.
Well, we mentioned off the top, you want to get Ashby going. He's streaky, I would say. But when he's got it going on, he is deadly. He's got a game again where he made 11 threes in one game this year. Drive inside, Cam Hunter hanging in the air, layup good. A little bit of contact by Berman, but no foul. And the Bears back within 2 after Cam Hunter's bucket. 11:18 to play, 49-47 Queens.
Bears have been out rebounded by 4.5, including 4 offensive rebounds for Queens.
Inside to Watford against the zone, and he beats Marable to the bucket for a layup. And 2 more for him, 51-47. Queens with the lead. Luke Moore will bring it up against Jabril. Watford with 6 now. Marable at the rim. Layup good. That away. And the Bears will take a timeout. So the Bears within 2 again, 51-49. We're almost halfway through the second half. We'll take the media timeout here as well. 10:46 left. Bears down a bucket despite Chris Ashby's heroics for Queens. Stick around. We got a very exciting 10 minutes coming up on the UCA Radio Network.
Need a power boost after a serious workout? Stick with the original recovery drink. Highland Dairy's chocolate milk contains 13 essential nutrients, including protein and electrolytes, helping you build muscle and hydrate better than water. Our Chocolicious milk is perfect for building healthy bones in little ones and maintaining bone health in adults. It's chocolate milk with no artificial growth hormones, and it's locally made, so you know you're getting the best for your body. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
At Papa John's, we start with better. No, seriously, every original crust pizza starts with our signature dough that's always fresh, never frozen, hand-tossed, and made with 6 simple ingredients. And now our dough can save you dough when you order from the Papa Pairings menu. Pair a medium 1-topping pizza with 1 or more of your Papa Pairings favorites for just $6.99 each. How about that for better? Order now on the app, only at Papa John's.
92.7 Jack FM.
Steve Owens, Justin Aker here in the Simmons Bank broadcast booth. A Highland Dairy 3-point update. Chris Ashby is the story. 6 of 13 from 3. 2 of 9 for Schwede. 1 of 3 for Mann. Berman 1 of 1. Jabril 1 of 3. 11 of 29. 30.9. We'll call it 38% for Queens. Bears have not shot it well, but Ty Robinson has. Hunter's 1 of 3. Ty 3 of 4. Guy King 1 of 2. Beecham 1 of 3. 1 of 4. Moore 0 of 2 and McCormick 0 of 4. 7 of 22, 32% for the Bears, who set a school record this year. Coming into this game, they had 349 makes against 1,004 attempts. By far the most attempts and makes from long range in school history. Obviously, the game has changed a bit from the days when Rush Harding was dribbling around the court, Steve-O, but that's still a pretty remarkable number. There was a guy named Jordan Howard who was pretty good at shooting and making threes, and even his teams didn't get anywhere close to these numbers. There's so many guys on this team that can make. I mean, you've already seen 7 guys attempt threes, and the 2 that haven't, you got Tyler Lee who can shoot it pretty well. Marable, you don't want him shooting it necessarily. He's 0 for 1 on the year, but that is not his jam, so no worries about that. He did just make a big bucket, though, inside. We talked about his inefficiency over the season at finishing at the rim, but it's a big basket there on a big stage. So 51-49, 10:46 to go. It'll be McCormick and Robinson with Guy King, Beecham, and Cam Hunter.
I'm sorry.
I was just going to say Hunter's played 25 minutes. That leads the Bears. Ashby leading Queens with 27. So as we talk about fatigue, we'll see, how these minutes continue to add up. And again, it's a do or die situation. So I doubt the coaches and players are too worried about it, but that doesn't mean it doesn't have an impact.
So this is about the point in the first half where the momentum started to swing toward the Bears. Queens had the lead. They played just like they did in the first half to this point, and it was this point on where things kind of started to slow down for them offensively, and the Bears kind of started taking control. So we'll see how this plays out. The Bears only down by 2 at this point.
Bears pressured the inbound pass, and then they back away. Cam Hunter checking Watford. Hunter, by the way, with no personal fouls today. Bears with 4 team fouls. There's a pass inside. Parker will slam it home. Good find by Watford. Good finish by Avante Parker, And it's a 4-point game again with 10:25 to go. And here we go with the Beecham-Jabril matchup. We saw that in Conway repeatedly. Jabril is not quite as aggressive defensively, challenging the dribbler up the court as he was in Conway. There's a reach in, a knock away, and McCormick gets it back. He'll drive in, scoop up and under move. I don't know how he got that ball up on the basket. A little bit of English for McCormick, cleaning up the mess after Beecham lost the handle to get the Bears back within 2. We are exactly 1 half through the second half. And it's a 2-point game. Queens in the lead. We got a long way to go, but I feel like we've already been in a 12-round fight, Steve-O.
It's only going to get longer from here.
Man will try a 3. Man will make a 3. And 56-51. Man has had a very relatively quiet day. I guess that actually gets him to 10 on the day. So didn't realize that he had climbed up the charts like that.
Queens with 6 made threes here in the second half on 13 makes. They only made 6 in the first half.
Cam Hunter shot up and good, but he traveled with it, they say.
And the Bears have turned it over twice now in a half. Queens has only turned it over 1 time after 7 times in the first half. They've taken care of the basketball. They're making shots now. They've outscored the Bears by 9 here in the second half so far.
Harry Beecham getting an earful from John Shulman as he comes off. Not sure what he did wrong. It was something on the defensive end. So it's a 5-point lead again for Queens. A good time for the Bears to go on a run. Luke Moore gets a brief rest, but he's back in there now for Beecham. Ashby to the corner, back to Ashby. He'll set fire for 3. Good again. Uh-oh. Bears are down 8 with 9:12 to go.
Largest deficit for the Bears today.
Cam Hunter to Guy King. They just have not been in sync all day offensively. Guy King will just settle for a 3, in and out. An easy rebound for Man, and the momentum has definitely swung 100% the way of the Royals. And there's a silly foul in transition by Robinson. That's just his second, 5th team foul. And with 8:55 to go, the Bears need to hit a reset button here, Steve-O.
This is about the most I've seen them on the rope so far through the 2.5 games in this tournament.
Not even close. Absolutely. Now, Queens has looked like the steadier team, although Cam Hunter just picked the pocket of Watford. He's going to go the other way. Layup is good. So a free 2 right there as Cam Hunter, the senior, picks the freshman's pocket, steals his lunch money, and gets the bucket at the other end. Watford coming back the other way, trying to return the favor, and does so. So Cam got picked off when what he thought was, and I thought might have been a moving screen, but give Queens credit, Watford too, stick-to-itiveness as he goes right back at Cam Hunter. Guy King will go right down the middle of the lane, jump stop, shot blocked, rebound by Guy King, out to Hunter. Cam for 3, got hit and 1. Nasir Man nailed with a foul there. That is his first personal, and a huge 3-pointer by Cam Hunter gets the Bears back within 5, and he'll have a chance to make it a 4-point play with 8:18 to go. And what an effort by Guy King to chase that down. He kind of ripped it away from Luke Moore, pitched it out, and then Man fouled Cam Hunter on the 3-pointer. So the left-handed senior has not shot a free throw today. He was perfect yesterday, and he makes that. So a 4-point play gets the Bears back within 4. That'll help.
Definitely helps the cause.
Yeah. Cam with 20 now. Again, he's got 330 spots against this team in his 3 games in his career against Queens. Bears checking Ashby well beyond the 3-point line. Watford has it. Jab step drive into the lane. Pull-up jumper good. I think he wanted a foul there. Doesn't get it. Lead back to 5 with 7:50 to go. You just wonder, where is the Bears offense going to come? It just has not been anywhere to be found on a consistent basis today. Parker checking Cam Hunter. Step back 3 on the way. Too strong. Ball tipped out to Luke Moore. Leaves it for Cam. He's going to drive into the paint. Jump stop. Nearly walked with it. Goes up off the glass and good. I have no idea how he got that done without walking with the basketball. But he gets the game back within 4 points. 7:25 to go. Next dead ball will be immediate timeout. Berman has it out beyond the 3-point line, being harassed. Oh, I'll tell you what, McCormick almost jumped that pass and could have got a pick 6. Man cut off. They're going to swing it around to Ashby. Deep 3 on the way. Back of the iron, no. Robinson reaching over to get the rebound. Luke Moore gets knocked to the ground, no call. And here come the Bears down by 4 with 7:02 to go. Hunter into the lane. Looking for somewhere to go with it. Back out to Guy King on the right wing. Back into Cam. Berman defending. Cam double team for a moment. Now backs down man-to-man against Berman. Stepping through. Wild shot up. And that time I don't like the shot at all. Cam forcing it. That's his 20th shot of the game. Quickly the other way. Ashby 3 backbreaker. Yeah, Cam trying to do a little too much on that possession, Steve-O, and then they turn it around to a three-pointer on the other end. And 7-point game now with 6:30 to go.
And honestly, it looks like Queens has more energy and legs than the Bears do right now, watching the body language.
Guy King in against Parker. Jumper airballed it. Got his own rebound. No, Cam Hunter actually dove in there and got it. And they're going to call it jump ball. That's going back to Queens. But that'll be the media timeout. The Bears need it desperately. It's a 7-point game. It feels like 17. Bears have got to find a way to climb out of the hole. Nothing coming easy offensively against a team that struggles on the defensive end. Meanwhile, Parker and his teammates are shooting it, or excuse me, Ashby and his teammates are shooting it brilliantly. They've got Ashby listed as 8 of 16 from 3. I think they gave one of Mann's 3-pointers to Ashby, but regardless, it's 66-59, no matter who you give the points to. It's a 7-point margin with 6:19 to go. The odds are long, but I never count the Bears out. We'll take a break. You're listening to Bear Basketball on the UCA Radio Network.
Slim's Tender Mac Bowls are back. We start with a 3-cheese blend to make our delicious mac and top it with chopped hand-breaded tenders and Colby Jack cheese. Try the Tender Mac Bowl meal or the Buffalo Tender Mac Bowl meal, both served with Texas toast and a medium drink. The mac is back and oh so tasty. Download the Slim Chickens app to order and earn rewards.
Today's medical system treats patients like products, not us. Conway Regional brings together key service lines, providers, and technologies to create a unique patient experience that is highly intentional and refreshingly personal. With a hospital in the heart of Conway, a trusted emergency room, women's services, all from a team that delivers more than medicine. This is not mass-produced healthcare. This is your healthcare. Conway Regional, curated care.
92.7 Jack FM.
All right, welcome back to Jacksonville. A-Sun Championship, and the Bears have dug themselves a 7-point hole with 6:19 to go. Again, plenty of time, but the Bears have struggled offensively to find any good looks. They're shooting 42%, but just 8 of 25 from 3, and they've only gotten to the line 7 times. They've made 5. On the other side, the news for Queens is the 3-point shooting in the second half. They were 6 of 17 in the first half, 8 of 16 now, though, in the second half. That's 50%, and they are 54% from the floor after the halftime break. So Bears are going to have to hope they cool down, and they certainly need to find some offense, with that, which I think is the bigger issue right now, Steve-O. I mean, the Bears scored in the 80s in the second game and scored 100 against Queens in the first game. They just have not been able to find any offense against this defense that Grant Leonard has rolled.
The Bears have rebounded 16-8 so far in the second half, giving up 7 offensive rebounds, second chance points 16-12, and they have turnovers. They've only forced 2 turnovers in the second half, not able to capitalize as much. Plus 6 points off turnovers, but Queens, with the way they've shot over 54% overall, 8 of 16 behind the arc in the second half alone, they're able to kind of counteract some of that stuff. They've taken care of the basketball, gotten quality shots, and then Ashby got hot.
7-point lead, 6:14 to go, and Queens has the basketball in the alternate possession. Berman, dribbling right side, could have been an illegal screen by Parker, who picked up Guy King. Marable guarding Berman. Ashby has it. Robinson defending. Back to Berman on the right wing. Bears in a zone here. See Marable defending in the paint. Berman, nice pass inside, knocked away by the Bears, though. And then he got bumped. Robinson did by Parker, and no foul called. There was called against Queens second half. 5 on the Bears. Robinson in the paint, lost the handle, got it back. Tough shot up, and it's swatted away by Schwieger.
Too much one-on-one right now.
100%. Trying to do just a little too much. Cam Hunter out, trying to take it upon himself. And again, you got to get successive stops, but you got to find looks on offense, and they have not been able to do that with any kind of consistency since the opening stretch. Berman with McCormick defending. Jump stop at the free throw line, out to Ashby. Just left. Now over to Jabriel. Off him, over to Ashby. Deep 3 on the way at the buzzer. No, but Berman with another offensive rebound. A near steal by Guy King, but Jabriel comes up with it to Parker. Didn't hit the rim, got it back. Parker up and under, bucket good. The offensive rebounds are changing the outcome of this game at this point, or the dynamic of this game at least, and it's the largest lead of the day for Queens. There goes Luke Moore, one-on-one in the paint. Bears back outside to Robinson. Javion Guy King, deep straightaway three, well short and rebounded by Jabril. Shot selection not good, and Queens' shot making is way too good, and the Bears are in big trouble with 4:34 to go. Jabril nearly turned it over, knocked away by McCormick. In sideline there, come back in for a breather. Luke Moore will sit down. So it'll be Robinson and Bull, Guy King, McCormick, and Hunter, and the Bears look gassed.
Yep, they do.
4:28 between the Bears and potential history. They've already made history this season, but this would be the most important chapter of this story if they can come back and win it. Jabril to the corner, Ashby again, Ashby good again.
He's going to shoot them into the NCAA tournament if the Bears don't get stops quickly.
It's his ninth make, according to the online stats. We'll see if that holds up or not.
Even 8's quite a lot.
Yeah, regardless. McCormick answers from the right wing. That's big. 71-62. Timeout Bears. That's their second, or was that their last one?
According to the scoreboard, that would be their last one.
They got a media timeout coming up in just a few seconds here, whenever the next dead ball will be.
It's hard to stop a team when they're 9 for 18 from behind the arc, 16 of 30 from the floor.
Yeah. Ashby's been phenomenal. He's got 27. We talked about it on the top. This guy can explode for three at any time, and he's doing it today when they need it.
Well, it's been a lot of that. You know, get the offensive rebound, kick it back out, and he's sitting there wide open.
Well, that's the deadliest of the threes, right?
Yep. He's been in rhythm, just waiting on the kick back out. They have dominated the glass on the second half, especially on the offensive end. To the Queens' credit, Bears haven't had any answer down there, much less the either way too much one-on-one offensively or just one pass and then just taking a shot. With the first two games, we did not see anything like that from the Bears. They were so fundamentally sound, disciplined, moving the defense around, ball movement, not forcing shots like that. But you can tell either they're gassed, you know, the fatigue setting in, or Queens has made some adjustments after just playing them a week ago and making it difficult on the Bears to move the basketball the way they typically like to get into their offense.
Well, he wasn't the postseason player of the year. He was the preseason player of the year, and he is certainly playing like it today. Chris Ashby has been the story today. 11 of 20 against Bellarmine back on January 3rd. Had 6 makes against Jacksonville. Had 5 out of 15 against Central Arkansas back on February 28th. So it's not like it's any shock that this guy is going to shoot without any kind of conscience. The 5 he made were the most he's made, going all the way back to when he made the 6 at Jacksonville on January 8th. Those 5 makes were on February 28th. But he has found the rhythm and the stroke today, and he has single-handedly taken down the Bears.
So Cam's actually made more field goals than Ashby by 1, but he has not made a 2-point shot. He's not even attempted a 2-point shot according to this.
He knows his job.
Yep. And he's understood the assignment today so far.
Well, listen, the rebounding has been a huge difference, and that's something that John Shulman has stressed. Bears have not lived up to the standard on the rebounding. Their offense has been inefficient, and Ashby's gone nuts. So, I mean, you got a few things that are working against you here. And if the Bears are going to continue their season into the NCAA tournament, they're going to have a pretty magical 4-minute run here. Bears have won the turnover battle 11-5. They could use a whole bunch of them right here. Oh, boy. 33% to 43% from 3. 15 made three-pointers now for Queens. As I mentioned earlier, Bears survived a 17 three-point make game, and they were able to win it earlier this year. Surprised Ashby didn't shoot that one as they got it across the timeline and up to him in the corner. Bears man-to-man right now. They tried to double man, but they got it out of there too quickly. Berman straight away. This place is kind of quiet right now. Queens has a pretty good fan base in attendance here, but we're not talking much right now. Man spinning in the lane, jump stop shot up, no good. And a rebound for Javion Guy King. Up the left sideline, Parker defending. Over to Robinson, back to Javion. There's a backdoor cut, not a good pass. Stolen by Mann. Up to Watford. Layup, good. And then Javion Guy King got shoved to the ground.
They're going to go look at it.
Yeah. Watford shoved him down after he made the basket.
So the good news on that is if they go and deem that was flagrant, we'll get 2 free throws and the ball back.
Yeah. Well, it's a foul call, right? I mean,
he elbowed him in the head, and then he hooked him and threw him down. That's got to be called. He hooked him and then threw him down.
yeah, I don't know. We'll see. They're going to review it. There was certainly a hook there. Whether Javion sold it or they think it was legitimate, I guess, is up to the discretion of these officials. But it is going to be 73-62 for the moment with 3:24 to go. And I think the Bear faithful maybe lose a little bit of faith right now. Again, it's not impossible to come back from this by any stretch of the imagination, but it is going to be a tall order, especially if Queens continues to make shots. And at some point, it becomes a timing game. And with the Bears' inefficiencies on offense, you wonder if they can find the answer. Oh, boy.
It's going to be an uphill climb, but this program has done that before this year. So let's see if they have one more response in them.
$73-62, 3:24 to go. Get the call here. Okay, so they looked at a flagrant foul, so no foul even gets called, period.
Correct.
And it'll be a Bear inbound down 11 with 3:24 to go.
Because they did not call an initial foul. They just saw the action and decided to review it right then. They didn't actually call a foul.
Well, they haven't called many on Queens anyway. Only 4 in the second half, although they've only called 5 on the Bears. So no real whistle advantage, I wouldn't say either way.
There's only been 4 total free throws in the second half.
It's been a pretty well officiated game, I would say.
I think so.
I mean, Queens is living on the perimeter with their 3-point shooting, and that's been the difference in the game. So it'd be hard to draw fouls out there, although Cam Hunter did it earlier today. You could use a couple of 4-point plays right now. Not going to get one here, but he did bank home a 3. No foul, but we'll take that. 73-65. Bears full court press. Parker trapped in the backcourt, stolen away by Cam Hunter. Driving in, goes up, foul called against man. So the Bears' pressure results in a turnover and a shot attempt by Cam Hunter. He can get the Bears back within 5 with 2:57 to go. What a turn of events. Cam with 26, so he's 4 away from his 4th 30-piece against Queens.
I'm going to say he's going to get his chance.
He's had 6 on the season this year alone.
He's going to try to will us back into this game.
Cam Hunter, a rare free throw miss. 1 of 2 now on the day.
He also has 4 steals defensively.
It's pretty good. That is a game high. Second free throw rattle. He's got to be beat. He's given everything. 6-point game. Bears going to pressure again in the backcourt. Javion Guy King, the only defender back. Berman running the baseline. Threw it over the head of Parker and out of bounds. Another turnover by Queens. It's like Queens has never seen pressure before.
And it goes back to the baseline because no one ever touched it.
So the Bears will have it under their own basket. Well, Parker, but he never possessed it. Parker touched it, I'm sorry, but never possessed it.
No, he didn't. It'd be sideline out of bounds. It went over his hands.
He tipped it. Doesn't matter. Bears are going to inbound for the baseline. Into McCormick, over to Guy Kings. 2:55 to go. 6-point deficit. Cam Hunter, deep 3 on the way. Got it! Superman in the house! It's a 3-point game. 73-69 with 2:43 to go. Man, and the Royals break the press. Layup no good, but a foul on Javion Guy King. Cam Hunter now with 30 points again against Queens. Death taxes and Cam Hunter with 30 against the Royals. It's the 4th on Guy King.
Yes. Yes, it is.
73-69, and man will go to the free throw line. He is 0 for 1 on the day.
The door is cracked.
He is 0 for 2 on the day.
The door is cracked, and there's some light showing.
He is an 80% free throw shooter, though. So a little odd. Second free throw is good. So it's a 5-point game again, 74-69 with 2:38 to go.
That was a 7-0 run in 47 seconds.
Cam Hunter downhill against Berman. Double team comes out to Guy King. Javion for three, well short. And a foul on Watford, or they're going to call Robinson on the pull down. You've got to be kidding me. Watford drove him into the court, and they're going to call a foul on the Bears. That is a terrible call. Ty Robinson couldn't get a call for $1 billion. That is awful. I watched the whole thing play out. That is a terrible call.
And I think they're even going to go to the monitor to look at it.
Give me a break. That is a horrible call. Watford kept boxing him until he drove him into the court, opposite, away from the basket, away from the Bears bench.
They haven't showed this one on the replay monitor on the video board.
Yeah, I'd like to see how they came up with that call. Ty never reached over and pulled him or anything. He just got shoved into the court. 74-69. That's seventh foul against the Bears if it stands, and it'll be a 1-1 at the other end.
Bears do not have timeouts remaining. Queens has 3, and right now their arrow does point towards Central Arkansas.
Bears are now, again, the shooting's not bad, 43%. And even the three-point shooting, not awful, Steve. 11 of 30, 37%, which is better than their season average.
But
on the other side,
suggests you're in it.
Yeah, the other side, 43% for three tells you you got problems.
And the 9 for 18, more importantly, in the second half.
That's right. And the rebounding part of it you talked about. Bears have been out-rebounded by 9. They've allowed 14 offensive rebounds. Second chance points, 18-12 edge for Queens. That's a 6-point advantage. What's the score?
And the paint points is now just 28-24. We had a large advantage earlier.
So the foul's going to stand. I don't know what they were looking at there. I really do not know how that's a foul on Ty Robinson. I mean, it's either a play on or it's a foul on Watford, but whatever. Watford's going to get a free throw here. A 1-on-1 at least.
Looks like he's trying to explain to Coach Shulman that he had his arm on his hip, his hand on his hip, and pulled him toward.
Watford 78% on the season. Watford today has not shot a free throw, and he made the first. So 75-69, 6-point game with 2:24 to go. As Steve-O pointed out, possession arrow Bears, no timeouts for Central Arkansas. And Grant Leonard has 3 to work with. Watford, second one's good. 7 with 2:24 to go.
Watford's the one that saved their bacon today. Ashby got hot, but Watford coming along here in the second half has been a big difference maker.
Cam Hunter straight away against Berman. Step back, straightaway 3 on the way. Got another one, 33. That is a career high against Queens for Cam Hunter, tying his previous best from a few years ago. Trap in the backcourt. They get it over to Ashby, though, and he'll race across the timeline. Jump stop. He traveled with it, gets it over to Berman. Back to Ashby. They're going to try to run some clock here. Under 2 minutes to go. It's a 4-point game with 1:46 to go. Berman to Ashby. Back to Berman, just trying to run that clock down. It's under 8 now. Watford, 5 seconds. 4. Driving in the paint. Watford shot blocked. And there's the shot clock violation. Bears needed that. Great defense. A deliberate offense for Queens as they try to milk the clock with 1:30 left. 4-point game. Cam Hunter's heroics have kept the Bears from going into that good afternoon.
That I'm sad about. If you thought with 3 timeouts remaining, Grant Leonard might have called a timeout to get his team settled down. They were off the entire sequence.
Well, again, when you get out of rhythm by trying to run clock, and we've seen the Bears do this on their side too. Robinson driving by Ashby. Kicks it back outside to Luke Moore. Dribbling it out to Javion Guy King on the left wing. Working against man-to-man in the paint. Bowling his way home, had it knocked away. Gabriel comes out of there with it. So good defense by Queens. And a near steal in the backcourt would have been a steal for Robinson, but they call a foul on the Bears. And now Jabriel's going to go to the free throw line on the other end. Jabriel's a 76% free throw. Again, it'll be no worse than a 2-possession game, regardless of the free throw outcome here. 1:05 to play. So it's currently a 4-point game. That was good defense by Man. He was just trying to get out of the way, and he ends up unintentionally almost knocking the ball out of the hands of Guy King. But I think you made the point earlier, Steve Owen, is well made, that way too much one-on-one here in the second half as Jabril makes the free throw.
You know, like that possession right there looked nothing like the Bear offense. Whether that's Queen's defense or the Bears trying to make too much happen, that was not a Bear-like offense when you had a chance to get into a one-possession game.
Well, again, the way they play defense, I mean, I know that it's a little disruptive. It's the Princeton way, but and I know it's probably enticing to get some of your who are so beating dudes one-on-one to try to get into that opportunity advantage of it as opposed to running through your sets. But it's looked a little rough here, especially after the halftime break. Second free throw good too. So Jabril Clough there. That pushes it to a 6-point lead again. Cam Hunter will bring it up. Just over a minute to go. 78-72 Queens. Hunter thought about a three. Pull-up jumper. No good. Rebound Ashby. And the writing is on the wall right now. And they're going to foul Berman in the backcourt. 51 seconds left. This will make it a 3-possession game, and Queens is going to take a timeout.
Yeah, I don't think it was a foul. I think they got the timeout before we could foul, the way it looked.
Okay. Well, Bears are in mode right now. Again, not to say that they couldn't pull it off, but they are in deep trouble with 51.2 seconds left.
The good thing is about that timeout, too, they can't run the baseline now. They are trying to already play the play, so at least they can't run the baseline, so they'll have to stay stationary. And the Bears press, it has given them problem. It has gotten Queens out of their offense the last couple minutes, but do they have enough in the tank to get 6 more points and get this thing tied and get it to overtime? Or get 7.
Woody Cummins made the trip down. Bear claws up, trying to will his favorite team to victory. Now, Bear going to have to get a number of breaks down the stretch here, Steve-O, and the Queens fans can sense it. Again, one of these two teams is going to their first ever NCAA, and the Royals are in great shape. They lost the first 2 games of the Bears, and there's the old adage about it's tough to beat a team 3 times, and I never really put a lot of stock in that, but Queens has just played the game today. Got it so well from 3 that it's made a huge difference.
The second half, they were the tougher team in that first, 13 minutes or so. The Bears have kind of evened it back up, or at least gotten themselves back centered. That first 13 minutes, I think Queens really made the breaks. They were shooting the ball well, but I think the rebounding really kind of set the tone, especially the number of kickbacks back out to Ashby. They were able to get him those looks on those second, third chance opportunities.
Well, the pressure's coming here in the backcourt for the Bears. With 51 seconds left, Schwiger will trigger it. They'll get it into man. They're going to try to trap initially. Back over to Schwiger. To man. And across the timeline up to Berman. And Cam Hunter nearly got a steal, but instead it's a foul with a 6-point margin, and Berman can make it a 3-possession game here.
Into the Royals. Number 6, Savante Parker. Number 9, a bench of 3.
Cam Hunter has done what he can. 13 of 24, 5 of 8 from 3, 33 points.
25 in the second half.
Remarkable. He also has 4 steals. Steve-O pointed that out earlier. Pretty remarkable effort on the defensive end, too.
Second on the team with 3 assists of our 14. Savion has 4.
Second free throw, no. Robinson and the Bears down 7. Got to go quick. Cam Hunter. Step back over Berman, and he got fouled. Wow, what a terrible play by Berman.
Yeah, it's twice in this half they have fouled him shooting threes. And Berman, all he had to do was stand his ground. Cam was going to force that shot, and Berman just decided to ram into him.
That's his 4th. And this, if he makes all 3 of these, it's a 4-point game.
I bet he's coming out. I'm glad he did it, being on this side. That's just terrible basketball.
Yeah, it's really a bad play.
Just put a hand up.
Long, tough 3, and you bailed him out.
But I'm glad he did.
That is 34 points for Cam Hunter. That is a new career high. How about that? If this is his last game, the gunslinger's going out swinging. And by the way, we said it before the game, 35 points away from 700.
Well, that was it, right?
He just hit his 700th point of the season, and he is the second single season performer as far as scoring goes in the history of Central Arkansas basketball. Give me all 3 of those, make it 36, 79-75. Can the Bears get another turnover here? No timeouts left for Central Arkansas. Schwiger looking for someone to get it to. Gets it to Man. Bears trap. Man, call timeout. That's their second. They've got one left. So the Bears, with 31 and a half seconds left, are not out yet. And Queens is not out of the woods yet. And when you get in the woods, you got to watch out for Bears.
Because you never know when they're going to attack. It's amazing by Cam Hunter. 13 of 24, 5 of 8 from behind the arc, 5 of 6 at the free throw line.
There is an appeal in the works to get Cam Hunter another season. And it's a long, arduous process that also includes some paperwork coming from his previous stop at Wisconsin. But if they can get him another year, the question only becomes, does he spend his final season at Central Arkansas, or does he go somewhere else? Because you know there will be piles of NIL money available to Cam Hunter if he decides to go chase it. Now, again, the one factor working in the Bears' favor to maybe get him back if he gets the waiver is that his brother Camarion's about to join the roster next season. And I know he'd love to play with him. All right, here we go. 31 and a half seconds left, 4-point margin. Queens with the ball in the lead. Bears attacking in the backcourt. Schwiger, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, and he turns it over. He threw it to Berman along the baseline, and it goes out of bounds off of Queens with 31 seconds left. And the Bears will have the ball. Schwiger almost got a 5-second call, Steve-O. He was just holding it and holding it.
That's what I was claiming, and he just chunked it off his hand.
Cam Hunter looking to the sideline. What's the call? Bears, again, do not have a timeout to talk it. Inbound to McCormick, and there's a hold by Jabril. That's an and one, but they don't give it to him. I thought it was all in the act.
I think we were saying they were holding him as soon as he tried to make the cut.
So 1-1 now for McCormick, and these are free throws of his career. Don't go anywhere. Holy cow, I cannot believe the turn of events here. This reminds me of that game in Conway a few years ago, Steve, where, who was it? Bears guard gets hit. Cooper. Colin Cooper got hit.
Half court
shot.
UNA.
Fouled and had to go make the free throws. He made all 3 of them, and the Bears won the game. Just pulled it out of nowhere.
Against UNA.
76% free throw shooter. Cole McCormick, a warrior for the Bears. Bricked it. He airballed the free throw. Wow, that was shocking. Okay. Well, back to defense for the Bears. Again, still a 4-point game. 30.6 seconds left. Berman cannot run the baseline. Berman looking for somewhere to go with it. And he gets it in. It's stolen away by Luke Moore. Cam Hunter, 3. He got it! He got it! 27 seconds left. It's a 1-point game. It's a 1-point game. The clock is stopped. They get it to Berman. Berman fouled in the backcourt. He stepped through the trap and got a foul, but it's a 1-possession game. No matter what Berman does, Cam Hunter has 38. Are you kidding me? 39 for Cam Hunter. His 6th 3-pointer of the game. Oh my goodness. Luke Moore with the steal, the pitch out to Cam. Schwiger too late. And the Bears' pressure defense is paying dividends. So Berman with free throws coming up. There are 2 shot fouls. He made the first. So it's a 2-point game with 25 and a half seconds left. Holy cow. Cam Hunter, 39 points, trying to will his team to a victory. .5 seconds left. Berman, 4 out of 5 at the line today, and make it 5 of 6. So it's still a 3-point game. Bears need a quick bucket regardless.
And they don't have to go for 3. You can still play the long game here. You're fine.
Now Queens is going to trap a little bit. Moore has it, going to get it to Superman. Here he comes. Cam Hunter across the timeline. 20 seconds left. Jabril defending, and there's a hole, and it'll be a 1-and-1. So, again, we thought, will the Bears go for 2 or 1? Well, that foul settles it. So it's a 1-and-1 for Cam Hunter. His next free throw, if he makes it, will get him to 40. It's obviously first 40 game because his previous career was 33.
Queen, the decision right there. Don't let us get a shot off. We have to go to the free, because you could tell Gabriel right there was fouling on purpose.
Yeah, they're not going to let Cam Hunter hit a 3 on him. I'm sure Grant Leonard was thinking no.
At least get to the basket and get a possible 3-point play, because the whistles are now.
This game has just been nuts. Cam Hunter free throw is good, of course. 4 points for him now. And it's a 2-point game with 17.5 seconds left. And you know, if he makes it, the Bears are going right back into the trap. This free throw is huge just because it gives them a chance to set up the pressure. Almost bigger than the point itself. Free throw for the left-hander, good. And make it 41 for one of the all-time greats. Watford will trigger the inbound. Runs the baseline, drops it into Berman. Bears trap. They get over to Watford. Watford looks confused. Now he's trapped. Back to Berman. They're going to call a foul. No way, Cole McCormick says. No way. You got to be kidding me. Yeah, John Shulman making his case, but walking down the floor with the official, and they're not even paying him any attention. So 2 shots at the other end, and Watford, who is 2 of 2 at the line, will have 2 more here. I didn't see the foul at all. I'd love to see a replay there. 81-80 Queens, 12.3 seconds left.
Just missed one.
And he did.
Just missed one. You have got to block out. Block out.
If he misses this, all the Bears need is a bucket to win. Bears are in the 1-1. 12.3 seconds left. At worst, it'll be a 2-point game. Watford, free throw, yes. 82-80, 12.3 seconds left. McCormick, Hunter, Moore, Robinson, and Guy King. And boy, you go back to those free throws from Cole McCormick. How huge would that have been if he could have gotten those? Luke Moore with the inbound. To Cam Hunter, get out of the way. 9 seconds, 8 seconds. Will they foul is the question. Cam Hunter, downhill against Berman, spinning in the lane, shot up and good. We are tied with 2 seconds to go. We are tied at 82 with 2 seconds to go. Holy cow, Cam Hunter. 2 more, he's got 43.
There's no question who the player of the year in this league is. There's no question who the baddest man in the A-Sun is. Cam frickin' Hunter.
The only question was he going to try to hit a 3 to win the game or get the 2 to force overtime? What an incredible comeback. The Bears look like they were dead in the water. Now, this game isn't over. There's still 2 seconds left. The Bears bench can't believe it. The fans are reinvigorated. The Queens fans are shocked into silence. But again, 2 seconds left. It ain't over yet. It ain't over yet, but Cam Hunter has given a superhuman performance today, and he has 43 on 15 of 26.
Do you pressure if you're Coach Shulman here? Not physical pressure, but try to maybe make them make a mistake as they've done.
Well, the Bears got beat earlier this season against Gulf Coast on a baseball pass, Steve-O.
Thank you.
And that's what you don't want to get beat on here. So, all right, can the Bears force overtime? They need one more stop. Inbound to Berman. Berman will pull up at midcourt at the buzzer. It's over the backboard, and we are headed to overtime at 82 apiece. One of the greatest comebacks you're ever going to see, and we're going to get 5 minutes of free basketball in the A-Sun Championship, baby. Everybody's running for a drink. Everybody's running for a bathroom break. You better get set, and you better get ready, because we're going to have 5 minutes of high-pressure hoops with everything on the line.
We have Cam Hunter. They don't. And he got us back into this thing, and right now, the disbelief on the side of the Navy blue on that far end. The Bears are fired up. The fans are in their ears. New life for the Bears. Don't let the Bears get hot. Cam got hot at the end. 43 points in regulation. 35 in the second half.
Steve-O, shaking here. Unbelievable. So going back to look here, the actual comeback. I mean, I kind of lost track. It's 82 all. It was 76-69 at one point. So 76-69. Bears ended on a 13-6 run. And Cam Hunter stepped back. Cam Hunter just, the 3 free throws after the foul. I mean, just a little bit of everything.
I cannot imagine a more dominant individual performance in Bear basketball history. When you consider this stage right here in the biggest game of our men's basketball career, what he just did in the second half, put us on his back.
Well, and I can't help but, again, not to poke at Cole. I mean, he's been a warrior for this team coming back from the foot injury, but you go back to the front end of the one-and-one, Bo, and, you know, he airballs the free throw. The Bears have made it happen regardless, but that free throw would have been huge. This is unreal. Oh, my gosh. A cold-blooded killer. Cam Hunter. And the Bears control the opening tip.
There's Marable.
There is new life. There is new life for Central Arkansas. So we got 5 minutes of basketball to decide the ASUN championship, or maybe more. Who knows? Cam Hunter with 43 points, a career high by 10. Javion Guy King to Ty Robinson to the elbow, backing down against Ashby, trying to step through, nowhere to go with it, goes up anyway. And again, that's a force, and then a foul that's again, that is the third or fourth time today where a player for Queens couldn't keep his feet and they just blow the whistle.
But you put yourself in that spot with a bad one-on-one move. You got yourself too deep against the double team and tried to make something happen that kind of led to that.
Yeah, pitch it out. Again, I love Ty, and he's a great player, but that's one that you don't need to force in there. Just pitch it out, give somebody else a shot at it. Let's move the ball around.
And now you give them free throws.
Yep. They're in the double bonus. Bears are in the 1-and-1. 18 fouls against Queens. 4:34 to go. Regardless of the outcome of this game, this has been one of the most remarkable comebacks you've ever seen, or I've ever seen. They look like they were dead in the water. Ashby's free throw is good. He's got 28. He's had a pretty good day, too. This just in.
We've seen a couple on the stripes.
Oh. Yeah, where's Will McElvain when I need him? Give me a Hail Mary for the victory. That's about what it felt like. I mean, that's the last time I was that dumbfounded was when they found a way to beat that. Was it EKU they knocked off in that game?
Well, the SEMO game first and then the EKU on the Hail Mary, two on that season. When we were down 20 in the fourth.
84-82. Cam Hunter into the paint. Stop. Out. McCormick, three-pointer on the way. Short. Got his own rebound. McCormick picked up his dribble. Floats it back out to Ty Robinson. He'll drive inside against man. Over to Cam Hunter, and he stepped out of bounds.
I think McCormick has given us almost all he can give today.
Yeah.
He is gutting this out.
Yeah, I agree. So Bears down 2 here in the overtime period. We are 49 seconds into it. 2-point game. Let's see the Bears get something rolling here.
I'd be tempted to stay with the pressure.
Yeah, I agree. They look completely lost against it earlier. Man has it. Drops it back to Berman. And they do get it across to Watford. Over to Ashby. That's bad news. Three-pointer good.
That's his first shot in maybe 10 minutes or more.
That is 10 three-pointers for Ashby today. And the lead is 5.
He had not the entire last half of the game.
3:50 left. Cam Hunter behind the back. Lost the handle. Got it back against Berman. Dribbling inside. Lost the handle. Goes to the floor. Trying to save it. It's going to be a jump ball. And it will be Queens basketball. Again, still 3:39 left, an eternity left, but
Ashby has 32 and being outscored by 9 in the game.
Well, you just can't lose a vote like that, Steve, all right? I mean, it's easy for me to say. They're trying to pressure the backcourt, and I understand that. It certainly has given them a chance to win the game, but
and to his credit, again, he had not shot the ball, touched the ball really in a long, long time. But when his number was called right there, it's like he picked up right where he left off.
Yeah, 10 of 19 from 3. He has not taken a 2-point shot the entire day. So give Chris Ashby a ton of credit. He has done some work. It has been an absolute joy to watch this game today. There's Parker with a dunk. Now it's a 7-point lead with 3.5 to go. So the Bears have dug themselves a hole again.
We got them right where we want them.
Well, this is a heck of a response by Queens. I will say it's easy to be shell-shocked after giving up that lead. Guy King going right at Parker all the way inside. Gets it to a cutting Ty Robinson. Pump fake shot up and one. Got the bucket and one for Ty Robinson, and they needed that in the worst way. Ty Robinson, I mean, these guys have given everything. And Marable going to come in, and that's the 4th on Parker. And the Bears are still in the 1-and-1. Obviously, this is just a one-shot foul after the make. That was not an easy bucket for Ty. It hung on the back of the rim for a minute, then fell through. So it's a 5-point game now. They can make it a 4-point game with this free throw. 3:12 to go.
For the Bears, shooting one.
Robinson free throw is good. Rattles it home. Ty now with 16 in the game. And it's a 4-point game. 89-85. We still have more than half of the overtime period to play. So a long way to go in this one. Bears just need a couple of stops. Ashby guarded by Robinson. I would not let him get one sliver of an inch. They're going to get a handoff to him. Pump fake, dribble left. They gave it to Watford in the corner. Now Marable's matched up on Ashby. Watford drives to the baseline, stops, cross-court man. Jumper with McCormick running at him, and he bricked it. And they're going to say it's out of bounds off the Bears. It did not touch the rim. So if they don't say it, it's not a shot clock violation.
Not yet.
If it's not a shot clock violation, they'll have maybe 1 second on the clock.
That's
Steve-O.
what is going to the monitor right now. It was off of us, but they're going to see how much time was on the clock.
The question is, did it land in bounds and then bounce out? Because then I think it's a violation. If it touched Luke's hand and then goes directly out of bounds, I think they may have a second left.
Yeah, but that's what they're looking at.
Yeah.
Either way, they will not get a 30 or 20. It's
Sure. Yeah, did not touch the rim. So, yeah, it's just a matter of if the violation happened or they're going to get a second or two to shoot it.
And I feel like this crew has had a pretty good handle on some of that stuff in this game, especially for the the magnitude of this game.
For all and this is a hard game to officiate too. This particular game, I think, but I don't think the Bears have gotten a great whistle, but I would say they've done a nice job for the most part. Okay, 1 second. That seems right.
Does
I can live with that.
Unfortunately, they get to run a play now instead of it not being touched, letting it go out of bounds.
Well,
but you can't fault the Bears for that. Just
I don't know.
glanced off his finger.
I think Luke just looked up and there was the ball, and it's like, well, here we are.
Well, you can't fault that.
Yeah. All right, baseline inbound for Watford. His team up by 4 with 2:42 to go. 1 second on the shot clock. They get it into Parker. Shot up at the buzzer. No, and a great rebound in traffic by Marable. Steve-O wanted a foul. He got bumped, but no call. All right, we are halfway through the overtime. Bears are down by 4. Cam Hunter working out top against Parker. Dribbles to the left wing. Handoff to McCormick. Back to Marable. Mal to Robinson. Back to Mal. Pump fake. Shot up. Missed the layup. Ashby to the floor. A scramble. We're going to get a jump ball or a timeout. Jump ball, Bear basketball. And that is Marable's season in a nutshell, Steve-O.
Can you explain exactly how that ball went out, too? It didn't just kick out.
He finger rolled it with spin as opposed to dunking it or just laying it in or going off the glass. He finds new and improved ways to miss layups. He did go off the glass, actually, but
that
again,
went all 360 around and then
did.
came back out.
Yeah, and that could have been a foul on Luke. That could have been a worse outcome there, but he's just got this penchant for missing layups. I mean, again, I hate to pick on him. He's only a freshman, but again, that's something he's got to work on. It's been a storyline all year long. Baseline inbound to McCormick. Pump fake shot up and no good, and a rebound by Parker. They have scored on that play dozens of times this year, and unfortunately couldn't get that one to go. A trap in the backcourt. Mann has it into the front court, up the left sideline. Scramble by the Bears. They're going to foul Mann. He'll have 2 free throws coming. And Mann, who is 1 of 3 at the free throw line, could put his team up by 5. Not sure why you hustle and foul there, but that's the 5th on Javion. 10 points in the game for Javion. Led the Bears again with 7 rebounds. Also a game high, or team high rather, 5 assists. 89-85.
Snake bit at the rim.
Well, and again, you blow a layup, you miss a front end of a 1-and-1 with an air ball. Those are the kinds of things that, certainly you beat in a tight game like this. It's 90-85 after the make by Mann. 1:59 to go. Second free throw is also good. So, where are the heroics going to come from now? I don't know if I could go a double overtime, Steve, but we need to finish this thing off.
We'll go as long as it takes.
You may have to do the next overtime. My voice is dying. Cam Hunter on the wing. He's going to pull for 3. He's going to make it for 3.
They left him alone. They went to trap it and backed off.
46 points for Cam Hunter, and he shoots his team back within 3 points of Queens with 1:43 to go. This is one of the greatest performances in Central Arkansas history, without a doubt.
I think we're getting close to one of the greatest performances in all of college basketball this year at this point. 16 of 27, 7 of 10 from behind the arc, 40 points, 4 steals, 3 assists. I mean, we're starting to get some rare air here.
Oh, my goodness.
No matter what level of basketball we've been in.
We're just both digging through all the history books. It's like,
Jordan Howard scored 43 against SFA on January the 24th, 2018. That was our last 40-point game.
Well, he could take a backseat to Cam Hunter's 46 today.
Which would mean, well, no, I can't say that. That just says the last time. It doesn't say the most ever in a single game.
Well, I don't have it in front of me here, and I don't have the numbers, but I'm quite sure I would stake pretty much anything that Cam Hunter's just set his own personal best with 7 threes. Bears going to back off, up by 3. 1:38 to go. Bears are in the double bonus, next foul, and so are the Royals. A minute and a half to play. Queens by 3. Berman to man. Bears in man-to-man defense here. And Robinson's keeping an eye on Ashby over in the corner. Man has it. Backs out. Deep 3 on the way. Offensive rebound. Watford, stick back good. And that, again, story of the day, Steve-O. 5-point game, 1:10 to go.
That's why we're fighting uphill instead of had to lead the whole second half. That right there, offensive rebound, second chance points.
There's a foul away from the ball, and McCormick goes down hard, and he'll have free throws coming up. He's got 2.
He got shoulder checked.
By the way, it is an ASUN tournament record for Cam Hunter with the 43. Or excuse me, the 46. Cam Hunter, 46, an ASUN record in the tournament. And these 2 free throws are huge for McCormick. He's got 2 of them. He airballed his last attempt. He's been a good free throw shooter this year. And he bricked it again. He's beat.
He's gassed.
Airballed 1 in front of the rim, that one. And I don't have a lot of faith that he's going to make this one, but we'll see.
That young man's given his all.
There's no doubt. He missed it. And Parker with the rebound.
1 minute to play.
Bears down 5 with 1 minute to go. Berman over to Parker. Watford at the top of the key. Bears steal it away from him. McCormick stole it away. Over to Cam Hunter on the right wing. Cam dribbling against Watford. Stops in the lane. Shot up. No. Ball knocked away, but out to Luke Moore. Back to Cam in the corner. Got to get rid of it. He's double teamed over there. Got to get rid of it. Can't get tied up. That's got to be a foul. There's no jump ball there. Oh, you got to be kidding me. They never grab the ball. They're just reaching at it. That's not a jump ball. 34 seconds left. Cam had to get the ball out of there. He could not afford a tie-up knowing the possession was going the other way. It's a 5-point game. McCormick had a huge steal there. Now the Bears gave it their all, but again, they're in long shot mode again. 34 seconds left. 93-88.
This is where they've excelled today.
Watford in the backcourt will trigger it.
See?
Ball goes through the hands of man, stolen by Robinson. Back to Luke Moore. Luke dribbling in the lane, going up against Ashby. Back out to McCormick. He'll drive inside, shot up off the glass, got fouled, and he's going back to the line for 2 more with 22 seconds left. So the Bears defense continuing to pay dividends. And the free throw shooting has been abysmal for a worn-out Cole McCormick today. He's 1 of 6. Can he find a couple here? Again, McCormick on the season, as he makes it, big one, 76%. He's really been one of the more steady and rock-solid free throw shooters for the season. But again, like you said, I think he's just completely gassed. So this could get the Bears within 3, and he made them both. How close is that? Great job, Cole.
All right.
93-90, 22 seconds left. More pressure coming in the backcourt for the Bears. Watford will trigger. He can run the baseline. Bears have 3-4 guys across midcourt, and Marable's the safety at midcourt. They're going to get it to Ashby, running up the right sideline, and they're going to get a reach in from Cam Hunter on the backside with 17.9 left. So good job by Queens breaking the press that time. 2.5 hours into this game, and it has been absolutely nerve-wracking for most of it. Ashby needs one here to make it a two-possession game. And he got the first. He has 33. 17.9 seconds left. Bears have to find a way with no timeouts to get 6 points. They need a three pretty quick here, or a bucket at the very least. Cam Hunter has it. Bears down 5. Cam Hunter against Berman. Step back. Deep three on the way. Air ball. Marable catches. Shoots it. Missed the layup. And it was a little more than a layup, maybe. Missed the 4-footer, and that's a foul on Ty Robinson. And he is out. That's his 5th. And the fans, many of them are heading for the exits now. Nobody in purple, though. They're sticking around to give some love, but the Bears are going to fall today here in what was an incredible effort by Cam Hunter and his teammates. 6 seconds. Mann's free throw's no good. 95-90. Might almost be better if he makes this one, Steve-O.
You give yourself a better chance.
He made it. So the Bears need to get it up court quick, get a 3, and then get a steal and a 3. They're going to baseball pass it down to Marable, and they're going to call an offensive foul. That's it.
That's it.
And Queens is going to the NCAA tournament, and the Bears are going to end the season at 22-12. Well, they reached heights that they had never reached as a program before, but they are going to come up short today despite the heroics of Cam Hunter. 16 of 29, 7 of 11 from 3, 7 of 8 at the line, 4 steals. And if this is his final game as a UCA Bear, what a way to go out. Free throw good for Watford. Well, what we thought was going to end up as a low-scoring game, Steve-O, has turned into a high-scoring affair, which is certainly much more in line with what we expected between these two. You got to remember, it was 34-30 at the half. Bears were up. Watford perfect at the line there. And it's an 8-point game, and that'll do it. Cam Hunter's still going to run into the front court. See if he puts up a shot or not. He will, and he will make it, of course. Cam Hunter with 49 points, and the game ends there. 98-93, the final. Queens is your ASUN champion, and the Bears season ends. And Cam Hunter is a pile of emotion over there on the far sideline, and his teammates go over to console him, and he's crying his eyes out. Guy plays with so much passion and love for the game, and ends up making his 8th three-pointer, but it wasn't enough. And congratulations to Queens. And Cam will compose himself and go over and give Queens their due. But what an incredible effort, really, for both him and for Ashby. And what a treat for the fans in attendance. And it's just sad if you're a Bear fan that they came up short despite the 49. All right, we'll take a break. Post game's coming up next. One last time here for the season. The Bears still have a shot at some post-game appearance. We'll see what happens, but that is, for the time being, the end of it. We'll take a break and be back in a moment on the UCA Radio Network.
Need a power boost after a serious workout? Stick with the original recovery drink. Highland Dairy's chocolate milk contains 13 essential nutrients, including protein and electrolytes, helping you build muscle and hydrate better than water. Our Chocolicious milk is perfect for building healthy bones in little ones and maintaining bone